Hello. Oh my god, everybody's big. Hi, everybody.
Awooga!
Oh, and thank you, Axel, for the resubscribing. I just noticed that. I love that. I gotta fix everybody. Everybody's all big. As you can see, guys, we're all chat. If you can see, we're all different planks. There's Axel. He's taken, Ken. He's taken, Ken. He's taken. Okay, there we go. Now it just looks perfect. It just looks perfect. Hey, BD, what's up? Welcome to the podcast, episode 2. We're all different planks today, as you can see. Damn it, Ken. All right. I'm gonna make a quick little announcement. The other paraphone that I mentioned for the giveaway finally arrived. It arrived on time, so thank God. So we're gonna do a special giveaway. I'm gonna do a special giveaway tomorrow. We're gonna be playing Jackbox, and it's gonna be winner chooses still. But whoever wins each round of a Jackbox game, they will get their name put on the wheel. And when we spin the wheel before the end of the stream, we'll find out who the winner is. And I'll go over like some of the basic rules for the giveaway tomorrow. But yeah, stay tuned because it's gonna be my first little giveaway on stream. Yes. No, I still am. Yeah, I'm still accepting Prime. Because I don't. I know it's very, it's very uncanny. Oh yay! What do you mean we did it backwards? Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Hey, Kumo. Everyone's a plank. Exactly. Exactly. We're just planks. We're just we're just planks. All right. So I know one of the topics Stitch wanted to get into. Gonna talk about workplace bitches, of course. That's what we're probably gonna. That's what I'm probably gonna do because like. Oh yeah, BD wants. I want to be a plank. BD wants to be. BD wants to be a plank too. Should totally do it. Plank army. You did it. Oh, why is it? Oh shoot. That's what I was like. Here we go. Here we go. I was about to say like, wait a second.
Nobody know the trouble I seen. Oh.
I thought I fixed it for some reason, but I guess I didn't. There we go. Now,
Can y'all hear us now?
yeah, you can. They should be able to hear you now.
That's good.
Hello, chat.
All right, Chad.
Hello, Kumo. Hello, Miss Beatty.
I don't know.
Don't give me more work. I'll cry. I'll crumple under the pressure. Pressure.
Pressure.
It's like surface pressure from Encanto.
Okay. So, well, I don't know when Stitch is going to be here. He said he's going to join in, but don't know when. But we can get started on one of the other topics before we get into workplace bitches. Let's see. There was a couple that got added maybe a few days ago, so I'm trying to see which ones we can do real quick. Or while we still have the time.
Oh, you have 2 planks to make.
Who else is
Kumo.
Oh, Ken, I think you should start doing commissions for planks.
Yeah. Why does that laugh sound almost like a cry?
It is.
It is a cry.
For help.
It is a cry.
It's one of those laughs that go into a cry for help.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ken started something and now he can't get out of it.
I know Isaac's watching the stream. He sent me a screenshot.
Oh, I love that. I love that for him.
I know you're in chat. I see you.
I know you're in chat. I see you.
Uh-huh.
I'm not here.
I'm lurking, even though I'm right here.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Isaac, shh, I'm not here.
Hey, wait a minute.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Okay, well, let me find a topic we can talk about.
Ooh, I see. 1, or 2, or 3.
Or 4.
Or 5.
Okay, admittedly 4.
Okay. I think this one's from Isaac. It was from 8 days ago. Favorite arcade game. What is your favorite arcade game?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Are we doing this in a line, or are we just gonna blurt it out?
In a line by plank, I would say.
In a line by blank? Okay, so I'll go first. Well, if I had to choose a favorite arcade game, I have to say my favorite one is Mappy, the one with the mouse.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
My favorite's an older one. There was I forget what it's called, but you can connect a retro game controller to your TV, and they had Asteroid on there, and I love that game.
You liked Asteroid?
Yes.
Huh.
Ooh.
I got to level 12.
Well, for mine, I technically have 2, but my all-time favorite is Galaga, and the close second is the Mortal Kombat game. I think it was either 1 or 2. It was one of them that had the lizard as unlockable, and I unlocked it for the first time. I was sitting like,
Galaga, ooh.
But Galaga, I love Galaga, even though it's so flippin' simple.
Mine has gotta be Galaga. Nothing can top Galaga.
High five.
High five. We have no arms, Ken.
Oh.
Head 5.
High five.
It would just be a board clap. All I can think of is sleigh ride now.
Headbutt.
All I can just imagine is high five.
Da-da.
Yeah, if I had to pick a second favorite arcade game, I would say Pac-Man is another second favorite of mine.
Ooh, I like
Same.
that for you.
Yeah.
There was this one time I was at the arcade with some friends, and I was playing Pac-Man for a good bit, and after I died, I just noticed 5 people were looking at me that I didn't know. I was like, oh.
Have you got to the level where like everything starts glitching in on itself?
Yes.
Nice.
Can I ban a phrase with IRL word ban, or is it only one word?
I mean, I would think phrases would count.
You're gonna make it hard on yourself?
No, I'm gonna make it hard on you.
Why me?
Oh.
Oh, here we go.
You're asking too many questions.
Here we
So
go.
I'm banning the words "have you."
That includes chat.
No, it's IRL word ban,
IRL.
so it's only us.
Yeah, it's just us.
Oh.
It's just us, not chat.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna be that mean.
I was sitting here thinking like, what can I say instead?
I know, I was about to say like, oh, what's Ace gonna do? What's he gonna do?
You know what?
He's gonna do it.
Can't Crispy?
Yes.
Can it be like a thing? Like, for example, asking questions. Can I just like ban asking questions?
No.
Dang it.
Hey, you just
Sorry.
don't want me to be here?
It's just,
You said what?
you just don't want me to be here. You just don't want me to be here.
I just want you to stop asking questions for 5 minutes.
I'm very curious about our cast.
Also, right now, it's the true me by me smoking. So, you got the good me.
Ooh,
Yay.
let's see what Digimon I am today.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of Digimon are you?
Oh my god, what
I
is
am
that?
Gatomon again.
Oh my god! What is that?
See what I am.
Well, you have to wait a minute.
Yee, yee, skirt, yee, yee, skirt, 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 roll up, yee, drop that, yee, skirt that,
Hey,
yee,
yo,
pop that,
that
yee,
weed guy.
hey,
Do your job.
hey, hey.
No one claimed third. Hee hee.
If we're gonna be on the topic,
Yee, yee, skirt, yee, yee, skirt, skirt,
We can't hear clips.
roll up, yee, drop that, yee, skirt that, yee, pop that, yee, hey.
Oh, wait, did you change the... Oh, there it is. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's just taking a while
Yee,
right now.
skirt, yee, yee, skirt, 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 roll up, yee, drop that, yee, skirt that, yee, pop that, yee, hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, third did not play.
Oh my god, what is that?
No, it did.
It didn't play
Oh
audio.
my god!
It did.
What is that?
Oh, I didn't hear it, and I had it on for third.
Well, there was still like
What?
alerts coming in, so I might have just like probably accidentally skipped it or something.
I always
Probably.
get Gabumon.
Oh, you got Gabumon. How cute.
I'm not cute. I'm
Yeah, you
awesome.
are.
The stream paused on
Stop.
me for some reason. Oh, the stream paused on Kuma for a second. We should be good though.
Ah.
All right, well, we got arcade games like topic out of the way.
Yeah.
I was asking, can we press on with this topic and
That's-
talk about video games?
That's what I was getting ready to do. Cause
Sorry.
don't worry, Ken. Don't worry. Because research sent out what's the best type of video game, and he says it's rhythm pop up but pop off. I don't know. I'm not really like into that many rhythm games. If I'm gonna
Oh
be
my god,
completely
what is
honest.
that? Oh my god!
Oh, you got
What is
Armadillo
that?
Well, thanks for spoiling it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Whenever I try to claim it, it doesn't like me no more. Because whenever I go to claim it, it says, "Oh, you already claimed it." No, I haven't.
Oh, it's on like a 1 minute cooldown because I didn't want to like have it like too many people like spamming it and like.
Yeah.
It's saying it will restock for me next stream though.
I will say that my favorite type of video game I would say rhythm is very good, but there is a game out there where it's like a first-person shooter, but you shoot to the rhythm of whatever song is playing. You can put even your own song in there. So imagine, like I don't know, some K-pop playing is while you're crushing people's skulls in with a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
So
Axel,
I
did
would
you say
probably
yours
double.
didn't do?
Mine's being weird.
No, I'm talking about the rhythm games,
Oh my
but
God,
like
what is
they
that?
have a rhythm game where it's a
Oh my
first-person shooter,
God!
and I
What
love
is
it.
that?
Isaac got Labomon.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, it actually let you do it?
Isaac did.
Oh.
I'm so jealous of Isaac.
Lobamon. He got a rare one.
Because I've been
Ooh.
trying to be Beetlemon so long.
Yeah. I recently just put the Spirit Evolution Digimon.
Let me try doing this.
So for mine, I say rhythm games as well. But I do love puzzle games slightly more.
For me,
That's fair.
Puzzle games.
for me, I don't know. I like. Uh, I don't. I'm trying to like think. Like, I'm into like first person like role play in a way,
Go on.
or like sometimes strategy.
Ooh.
Some of the times. Like I'll play like a first person like shooter game like
Today.
Fortnite and whatever.
Oh my
like
God, what is
but-
that? Oh my God! What is that?
Oh, BD, you got Patamon. How cute. It's cute. It is. Yeah. Or like even racing games too. I like some racing games. Not all, but like some.
Sonic
Mario
All-Star
Kart.
Racing.
I tried. I think I did the Sonic one before.
I love how two different people we are. I said Sonic and he said Mario.
Well, yeah, like I like Mario Kart, and then I remember like the Diddy Kong races from like the DS or something like that. I remember that game.
Crash Bandicoot had a racing game.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot had one. I don't remember if I played that one.
Welcome back, Kumo.
Welcome back, Kumo.
Axel, did you say what yours was?
I have not. I don't know. I'm trying to think because I'm a mixed person. I like horror, bullet hell, and platformers mainly.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. Are you into Shantae?
No.
Oh.
What was that about Mario?
Aaron,
Well, I'm just gonna
here is
sit
your
over
reminder.
here then.
Oh, Kumo, we were just talking about what the best type of video game video game is.
I think it's platformers.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I think so too.
Does that mean you haven't played a Shantae game, or you played it and it's not your favorite? I'm curious.
I haven't played.
Haven't played it.
Oh man, you both need to play like Half Genie Hero.
All right, the thing research that. Wait, where are they? I don't know where research is at. He said he was gonna be here. Him, gaming guy, Stitch. I don't know what happened. Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed.
Very, very interesting. Very. Oh, you know what? I want to bring back the topic of like revivals, like bringing back shows no one asked for, because I just recently saw that apparently they are now bringing back the Magic School Bus again, but it's going to aim towards like toddlers.
Oh God.
Yes. And the bus looks like a weird creepy version of like of Coco Melon, and I hate it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yes. And the bus has a freaking name in it.
Ew.
Yes.
Since we're on that topic, I looked at Cartoon Network quite recently and noticed that they brought back Tiny Toons. I tried watching a few episodes. I was like, this is not quite the Tiny Toons I remember.
Oh,
Like,
do you mean
they don't have Foxy Loxy anymore, or do they? I don't know.
like the Tiny Toon University?
Yeah, it's called Tiny Toons University.
Yeah, the
something
the
like
revival. Like they made Babs and Buster Bunny like siblings. I was like, first of all, no, that is wrong. They're friends. Or like a couple in a way.
No, they weren't a couple. Yeah.
They liked each
Yeah.
other. They liked each
They
other.
did.
They just didn't show it that
They did.
they just showed it in a weird way, but they liked each other.
Yeah, because in Tiny Toons Music Television, there was a song like, "Do you love me? Do you love me?" Where like Buster was singing to Babs, I think her name was.
Yeah, Babs Bunny.
Yeah, he was singing that song directly at her. So.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, the moment
Ooh. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I guess they were like assuming Bugs and Lola were a couple or something. Well, I mean, Bugs Bunny and Lola Bunny are a couple in a way. But for the Tiny Toons University, like the Tiny Toons reboot, they made Buster and Babs like siblings, like twin siblings or whatever, and which is like totally not like how they were like in the original. They were, friends, but also like a very strange like romantic couple in a way, and that's like something that's something that I hate. Like when like they make like a reboot or a revival of like a show, and they don't stick to like the show's like old dynamic in a way.
I do love what they did with the green duck. Yeah, I don't know
Plucky?
if you guys can still hear me because.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. I do love how they made him like what's his name? Oh, what's the word? Egocentric? Like he is so full of himself, and I love that about him actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's like an okay thing, but like I don't know, like the fact that like they changed like the dynamic of like the two main characters, like no, you don't do that. Like the one reboot, I think the one like revival that like I do appreciate that they actually kind of like stuck with the formula of the old one was the Animaniacs one.
We're Animaniacs.
Because
they redid that one with an anime episode, didn't they?
I think so. But yeah, like at least like that one, they actually stuck with like the whole dynamic of everything. Although they didn't bring back all the like the old characters from the Animaniacs, they at least brought back like the Warner Brothers and Pinky and the Brain. Like I can appreciate that.
Another reboot that I saw recently was Super Y.
Oh yeah, I heard Super Y was getting like a reboot.
Isn't that the girl who could read? Or no, that's Word Girl.
That's Word Girl.
What's Super Y?
Super Y was a little like superhero kids, and I don't know much of it. I didn't watch it because it was like way out of my time.
I watched and I remember liking it. It's not even 3D animated anymore. I'm so mad because I remember watching that a whole lot when I was at my old house.
Mm-hmm.
And now that it's a cartoon form, I'm just like, what is this? This is not Super Y.
This is not
This is
Super
Boy Wonder.
I remember this.
Oh, Kumo asked, why is it not 3D animated?
Because people don't know how to do proper revivals.
That's also true. That is so true. Oh, gaming.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello.
gaming guy.
Hello. I'm here.
Move aside, gaming guy's here.
You move aside. I can't move
Everyone,
anymore.
stop what you're doing. I've
Hold the
arrived.
presses.
He is here.
I'm here in solid wooden form.
Just fix you up.
As is everyone else.
There we go.
Gaming or rambling. It's just me.
It's just me.
Hi,
It's
I've been
just
talking to
me.
myself this entire time.
We have 3 questions to ask you.
Oh no.
And we're probably gonna do
It
this
better
like a
not be
shotgun round.
extremely deep questions.
Nope. My first question for you is, what is your favorite arcade game?
Arcade game. Oh, I gotta think about that for a minute. You know, there was this one arcade that I went to, and there was a machine where it was literally just Wheel of Fortune, but an arcade game.
Oh,
That was
God.
pretty good.
Fair enough.
I'm a nerd. Let me like nerdy things,
That's
okay?
fine.
No,
That's
yeah,
fine.
that's cool.
Have at it.
My
Yeah.
second question for you would be, what's the best type of video game? Like, give me a genre. That
Best
you
type of video
absolutely
game, horror. Horror
Horror
by far.
games?
I felt
Okay.
like
Yeah.
that was it.
And the third question for you is, have you seen any new revivals? Because we got back to the question at hand.
What?
New like
New-
revivals, reboots of like shows.
Reboot? Yeah.
Reboots? Not that I know of, no.
Perfect. You are now caught up to speed. Welcome aboard.
Awesome.
You're now caught up to speed.
the quick recap.
And they're
Crispy.
doing
Yeah, I saw your message.
Okay.
they're doing another Mickey Mouse Clubhouse reboot. It's called Mickey Mouse Funhouse.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know that one.
Man, they
Just-
should have brought back House of Mouse.
They really should have. I love House of Mouse.
I'm so surprised Disney did this back in the day, where Mickey
What?
and there's like a whole book series about it too. And then there's the horror part of it where it's called Mouse.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is Disney with their main character?
This is Disney with their main character.
I remember there was like a type of movie where like him, Donald, and Goofy were like super poor that they tried to cut bread and they made like a ghostly cut of the bread.
Oh, that was from the
I
movie
remember that.
Fun and Fancy Free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that movie. I remember that.
Now I remember the Three Musketeers, the one they did.
Oh yeah. Can't forget about that. Okay. I don't. Stitch hasn't messaged me yet. I saw he was like playing Fortnite earlier.
He's not even online right now.
Oh, that's perfect.
I messaged
give
him
me
and I
that.
said, "Where are you?"
You're backwards.
You're back.
I'm backwards?
Yeah,
You
you're,
are.
Yeah.
you're backwards.
You're a little bit back.
Oh, I thought can't you just flip the overlay and make it fine?
Yeah. Let me get to that.
Or I can flip it in the thing. I don't. Whatever is easier.
Give me a second. I got it.
There's an
Oh
ad
damn it!
just letting you know.
That's Axel. I flipped Axel. I thought I clicked on yours for some reason.
I have to make sure somebody's different. You know? Can't have one person different. Gotta get two.
There we go. Okay. I was like, wait a second.
Multiple.
Quirky.
Okay, now it's fixed. Okay, you know what? We'll get started on the topic for workplace bitches, because I don't know when Stitch is gonna be here, but we'll just get started on it right now. Ace, I know you're gonna have to like leave pretty soon, so why don't you go first?
I don't have a workplace.
What about old workplace bitches?
I've never had one. Or explain that phrase to me first.
Like, if you previously worked anywhere, or even like being in school, did you have like a school place bitch?
What do you mean by bitch?
Like
Someone that you didn't like. And
someone that you
have
didn't
fun
like
with.
and they hated you for just either a reason or no apparent reason. They were just a total dick to you.
Yes.
And a particular story that you have that made them was like, oh, this person, I'm gonna talk shit about them for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Do you have any stories like that?
I have the fact of So let's start with I'm allergic to raw onions. I can't have the juice that comes from raw onions.
Okay.
It makes me severely sick.
Hmm.
And so I worked at Whataburger. And you know what the patty melt is, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It has onions all over the top of it. I
Yeah.
asked for a patty melt, no onion,
Uh-oh.
because I'm allergic. I got, and I worked there, and I got a patty melt with extra pickles and extra onions. Pickles don't even go on the patty melt. I have to talk a little quieter, sorry. But yeah, and that was one of my old friends. Hello?
Hello?
We're still listening. Is there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you react to them in any way? Crispy had
Uh,
engaged.
I could not react. Let me put it that way.
Oh God, did it hit you?
During work, yes. I was severely sick at work and had to be sent home because I was stuck in the bathroom
Oh,
and it was bad. I was severely sick and pissed off. He got fired. I quit. I already had another job lined up, so I quit. And that was the end of that. But me and him went to school together. We had always hated each other just from our mannerisms. We both hated each other. And that was kind of my tipping point. He didn't know that I was allergic to onions. Because I didn't tell him that. I told the person at the front counter that. And he didn't talk to me after that because he felt bad. Or at least not for a while because he felt bad. And I didn't talk to him because I was just straight up pissed at him. And I have not talked to him in 3 years now.
oh wow. That, for me, that sounds recent.
It was junior year of high school.
That is crazy to hear.
And it is what it is.
Like part of that, I just think that like they just didn't read the order, or I don't know, they're slightly your friend, and they're like, I'm just like it says no one on here, but maybe he just doesn't like
No, he was never my friend. Never was, never will be my friend. And I don't have a new job, Kumo. I don't have a job right now. I have a hard time keeping a job because I'm autistic. But like I said, I live by Murphy's Law. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
If something bad can happen, it will happen.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I just don't really like reminiscing about the past. So. I try not to bring it up in streams or anything.
I get you.
All good.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to step away because my mom called because we had to get my grandmother up the stairs.
You're good.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to repeat the whole story, aren't I?
No. I can listen to it afterwards. So.
I mean, I'm fine with re-explaining it. It's fine. It's short.
Well, if you're comfortable with that, you don't have to.
I'm comfortable with it
Okay.
because I've already said it once, so I'm fine saying it again.
Okay.
Basically, it was a kid that went to school with me, also worked at the place I worked at, and we had hated each other from the moment we met. He
Oh.
made fun of me, I made fun of him. It was what it was. But basically, I worked at Whataburger. He also worked at Whataburger, the same one I worked at.
Mhm.
And I had ordered a patty melt. You know the patty melt has a whole bunch of onions on top.
Yeah.
And I'm highly allergic.
Yeah.
So I ordered a patty melt specifically with no onions because I was allergic.
Mhm.
And that was to the front counter person, one of my other coworkers. He was the one in the back cooking.
Mm-hmm.
He made it with extra pickles and extra onions. It doesn't even come with pickles normally.
Right.
So that made no sense. But it had extra onions on it, and I didn't know.
Oh.
And so he got fired. I quit because I was done putting up with the job itself.
Right.
And we didn't, like, he didn't talk to me for, I don't know, 3 months. And I didn't try to talk to him at all because I was pissed at him.
Mm-hmm.
But, and that was like 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I still haven't talked to him since.
Yeah.
And that was junior year of high school.
I mean, if
Oh,
someone,
that's my workplace bitch story.
I mean, if someone did that to me, I wouldn't talk. I wouldn't talk to them either.
Yeah, because I was very sick in the bathroom,
Oh,
and he got fired because of it.
well, that's good that he got fired.
Yeah.
It wasn't even about him playing the prank on me. It was the fact of he made someone allergic to it have an allergic reaction in the workplace.
Right.
Because and my boss hated me. Even my boss hated me, and he said that was a good prank, but you're gonna have to leave because of the fact of he is allergic and you caused the allergic reaction on purpose.
Okay, if your boss said that was a good prank, then they shouldn't be like having that status as like someone of like a manager or like a boss in general. Like that's awful.
He owned the store. It was a franchise one, not a normal one. So it wasn't a corporate, it was a franchise. So he owned the store. There's nothing else that could really be done about that one.
He was the Whataburger.
Yeah, basically.
Put his name on blast on TikTok and have everybody like give him 1 star.
He sold the restaurant to another owner.
Good.
Yeah.
He actually quit the day after I quit.
That's pretty awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just a chain effect.
Yeah. That's
I mean, I could technically make 2 stories out of Whataburger. Because my ex also worked there.
Oh.
Ooh.
oh snap.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that today.
No, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to share that one today. Maybe another time.
Well, I just don't want to take up more time.
Oh.
I mean, if y'all want to hear it, I'll tell you.
I
We
mean,
could save it for the
'Cause this
next
one's more
one when
funny.
anyone asks about
Yeah.
relationships.
Ooh.
Oh, relationship failures. That's
relationships.
going to be fun.
Okay, yeah,
Whoa.
let's save that for relationships.
No, I have a better one for relationships.
Oh gosh, we can be here all
I have
night
a
talking
lot.
about these about talking
Yeah.
about that. We'll save that for next time.
All right, Crispy, what's yours?
Well, I think all of y'all know mine, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows
We're
mine.
gonna have the fucking like 40th retelling of the story.
That's what I'm saying too. I'm
boy.
like, I don't know if I should share mine because everybody's heard it. That's
All
the
right, well, gaming guy, since you said something, you go next.
I don't have any.
You've never had a person you hated in your
I
job.
don't experience bitches.
What about in school?
What
And
about
if
in
I
school?
do, I block them out immediately. I don't.
What about
I
in
don't
school?
Stick around. No, I don't. I wouldn't consider anybody that I speak to a bitch because if they
Okay.
are, they're gone in 2 seconds.
Everybody
All right,
loves
well, an
gaming guy.
Axel.
Everybody loves me. No, I wish it was like that.
Everybody loves.
All right, Axel, go.
Guy.
Since
have a
apparently I
lot.
can't get anyone to do it. Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna start with my job, my old job first.
Okay.
The way they treated me, they acted nice, but the more I worked there, so that they weren't treating me right at all. My 2 manager friends, they were trying to treat me as right as they could,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't want to get in trouble as well. But there was one time where I was closing with someone else. The rule was whoever arrives first goes on break first and pulls first. They went on break first before me, and they left before me when I had no customers. And I got mad. And I said something to the manager. They're like, oh, they arrived first. I'm like, they arrived late, actually? Why am I leaving last? They're like, oh, sorry, won't happen again. And it happened again the next day. I'm like, okay. And the way I got fired was weird because I have band, so I'm very busy the week. I can't work or else I'll burn myself out completely. And one day I go into work and they're like, oh yeah, you're let go, even though the write up I had was fixed. I was not happy about that.
Mm-hmm. That is messed up, honestly. Just uh that is tough.
School, there's only one that I really could call a bitch because the others have changed and apologized to me.
Mm-hmm.
One has not.
Oh.
Some of you know the story, but there was this one kid since fifth grade that still doesn't have a life that's been bullying me since fifth grade. I'm like, dude, you look sad. Do you want me or do you just hate me?
You look sad.
It is because if you're gonna bully someone for that many years in a row, like, dude, you just look sad at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have any other stories. If I let my mom speak, we would be here all night.
If I let my mom speak.
She works at the hospital as a secretary. I think she can fill up a whole stream if she wanted to.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I can fill up a whole stream.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I guess this is a great segue to my workplace bitches.
Oh wait, one second, Ken. Kumo asked how many years, Axel?
I have to do math now. 8 years.
8 years.
He's been yeah.
Dang.
And I didn't. And the thing is, at my work, I barely worked there because I
Mhm.
barely had time to. And I worked there since April to October. I'm like, okay, I was gonna quit anyway. Bye.
Wow.
I would be my old dog.
Oh, the jingling key.
He has 4 things on his collar.
Aw.
He's trying to get comfortable.
Okay, Ken. Now you can tell your story.
So, my workplace bitches that the stories I'm gonna tell is just mainly to do with management and all my bosses, except for the job that I currently have because I can't say anything about it.
Mhm.
But, then my boss at my current job isn't. But in any case, my first ever job was in retail, fast food, and I had goals to becoming, if not manager, at least a crew leader, which is like one step below manager. And my boss saw that and saw that I worked my tukis off. I'll try not to swear because,
Mhm.
no, work my tukis off to try to get that manager position. And my boss, the number one thing that could have saved us both 10 years of just back and forth arguing is just say that I'm never gonna get the position. Cause like he would tell me all the time. I ask him like each month like how's my performance? What can I do to improve? He's like you could do this an improvement, this an improvement, this an improvement, and it doesn't seem like you're trying at all. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell are you talking about? And the straw that broke the camel's back, like it was a stacked number of things. The first one is that they gave the crew leader position, the only one that was open, to someone else who's been there 1 year less than me, and is not manager material. Always on their phone, always getting in trouble with customers. Uh, they were not supposed to be for that position because, in my mind, they were not professional. They always got into an argument with somebody and doesn't care about the food. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And like, here you go. Good day. Move it along. Oh, you got a complaint? All right, let me tell my manager. Not tell the manager. Oh, sorry, they're busy. Go. You can go and leave and just write it on the computer or whatever. Like with stuff like that. Like, why become manager? Why give them the position? And we later found out that my boss was having an affair with his wife
Oh.
with
Oh.
the person who had became the crew leader.
Wow.
And like all the other crew leaders and managers were suspicious of it because you have to take a certain written test and you have to show that you know the stuff or whatnot. This man took those test results and all that, taped it up, put it in an envelope, and like bagged it up twice and put it in a safe within the safe that holds the money to make sure that no one else sees the results of how they became a crew leader. And then the second thing, COVID hit. At the time, I didn't have a car, so I had to use buses. Now, if anyone knows about like what happened with COVID, is that the transportation system, they reduced all buses to make sure like the spread of COVID doesn't hit, you know. But that puts an inconvenience at me because I was technically one of those essential workers. I still had to go into work, and the buses were delayed by an hour. If you miss that bus, you either go into work an hour early or an hour late. No in between. So I kept on showing up to work late. Even sometimes where I just had to walk up to the store. And I was 30 minutes late, but it was better than an hour being late waiting for a bus. And my boss was saying, like, you can't be showing up late, whatnot. But I told him, is like, well, I'm late because COVID hit. And I literally have no other way of making it up here. And he's like, no excuses. If you're late again, I'm going to have to fire you. I was like, all right, I'll see what I can do. Literally that same day, I accidentally had, I woke up late. This time, I actually had there was no reason for me to be late, or, like, it's actually understandable being late. I overslept, and so, once I made it into work, he put me into the back office and fired me. And as soon as I told all the staff that I got fired, they started quitting on the spot because, like, first off, they shouldn't hire this person as the manager. That was so unfair. They were already on my side, and then now that they have fired me, 2, 3, 4 people had quit. And then it got so bad that the staffing, it was already understaffed with me there, but now that 4 people were gone, not the general manager, because the general manager is the one that talked to that upgraded that other person to become crew leader. The assistant manager? No, not assistant manager. What is it? Above general manager. District manager. The district manager had to come in, and they called in everyone except me about, like, why is everyone gone? Why'd you quit? What's going on here in the store? And they straight up told them, like, what was going on. And the district manager was so pissed that they fired the guy.
Wow.
Good.
Like, they told me all the drama, like, 2 years later. I have another story about my other bosses, but I'm gonna keep it brief. I went into a temp agency. I started working on in this somewhat factory area for temporary work, where like the goal was to create medical supplies for hospitals and whatnot. I was having fun at that job, but then one day, like, I got sick, and I had to leave out of the building, and they canceled my temp agency work or something. They basically choose to hire you or not from the temp agency, and they declined me because just because I didn't call in
God
the
da-
next day when I was sick, even though someone
Oh my
saw
God,
me
what is that?
walk out when I was sick.
Oh my God! What
They
is
thought I
that?
was dead
Oh.
Oh.
because they said that they had an incident in the past where like someone had gotten sick and they didn't answer the phone next day and they found out later that the person's dead. They assumed the same thing with me. I was like, well, I was just sick with food poisoning because I ate at a Dunkin' Donuts and apparently their apples or avocados were gone bad or something, and I had that very same day. Like second day on the job, I was like, I'm gonna try this Dunkin' Donuts out. Bad idea. But yeah, on the fourth day they said, don't come back, don't come back. They told my temp agency. They called me and saying like, you don't have the job anymore. I'm sorry. I was like, but I had food poisoning, and I proved that it was food poisoning with the very person that saw me walk out, just like sick to my stomach. And then they also told me it was like, well, it could have been COVID as well. Like we never know with these sicknesses and whatnot. And I was like, it's not COVID, because I I literally showed that it was food poisoning.
Oh.
I had the signs of food poisoning, not COVID. One is vastly different from the other. And that's my stories. There was another retail shop, but I already talked long enough about these two. But yeah, that's 12 years in a nutshell for me right there.
That was a very
Any
interesting story.
questions?
Very interesting.
Did they even compensate you for that? No, they didn't.
Oh, they should have.
Like that temp agency, as soon as like they didn't hire me for that one job, they stopped contacting me about like new job opportunities or whatnot, or try out this place. They got no more contact after saying like, I'm sorry, but this kind of things happen. We'll find you another one, and then they didn't keep up to that promise. So I just went out and started working in the family business, and now here I am.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, everybody knows about my workplace bitch. About how she made a lie saying how, like, I harassed her, which I didn't. And then I got let go. Yada, yada. We all know that. I don't know if this counts, if this person counts. I'll just say this. I have this one story, because it kind of, like, almost, like, ties in with, like, well, not really, like, ties in with, like, my workplace bitch, but like he was like one of like the 8-9 managers that we had in my department. He, I don't know, like when he first came into our department, he was like nice and everything, but for some reason like I kind of got like a bad vibe from him. I don't know why. I kind of like sensed it, and I don't know, but like he would like always like get on me about like little things, even though I was like doing my job, because I was a lead in my department. I was like one of like the few leads in my department, and I don't know, like I felt like he was just, like, always just like getting on me with like certain things, and whenever like another lead was like, when we were doing like our same job, like he wouldn't say it if like one of the leads like messed up, and then like mess up over like something little, he wouldn't complain about it. But if it was like me and I like messed up on something little, then he'd be like, oh Lauren, how come you did this and whatever, and like it was one little mistake. Like I'm doing my best, I'm trying to get everything done, like so much is going on. He's like, well, you can work faster. I'm like, I am working faster, what do you mean? Like, you don't have to be like a total dick or whatever like that. And I don't know, he had like this like really like posh like posh snobby attitude, like, and I'm not trying to like hate on like, because I am part of the LGBTQ community, and he was he's also gay, but like he was like one of those like snobby like posh type where like he has to like make it known, and like things like he's thinks like he's like better than you and will just like belittle you if you like whatever. And like yeah, high and mighty Kumo, just basically like high and mighty in a way. And like I'm there's been times where like during work I'm like one of the only leads because like some of the times like the other leads will like call out or like it's like a very busy day on the carts and like all like the cashiers are calling me and I'm trying to answer and get to them as fast as I can and I'm the only one like on stage and I'm trying to like do like X, Y, and Z, trying to get everything done, trying to like make sure everything's okay and like that. I'm like running like everywhere through the park. And there was like he asked me like, hey, how come the hot food carts don't have like a broom and a dustpan? I'm like, well, one, only a few of the hot food carts have them, and there's only like a certain amount of limit because like we lose a lot of those because for some reason our cast members don't bring them back before the park closes, and we're like we'll use them for like certain events. And he's like, well, can you find or can you bring some dustpans and brooms for like the at least like carts that have like sinks? I'm like, I can try. I found like maybe like 3 or 4, and I put them on like the hot food carts because those are like our major ones that needed them. And then there's maybe like 3 other carts that have like sinks, and I go backstage to our warehouse, asking like our icon leads and everybody like, hey, do we have any more dustpans and brooms? And they said we only have like maybe like 1 more left. We're supposed to be ordering more, but that won't be for like another week or so. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just randomly like choose like a cart that just randomly gets it. And so that's what I did. And I come back to the hot food cart because I had to tempt the food. And that manager comes back and he's like, so did you find like brooms and dustpans for most of the carts? I'm like, for all the carts? And I said like, I found like 4 or 5 for some of the carts. He's like, how come you didn't get any more? I'm like, one, we don't have that many in the warehouse. He's like, did you look? I'm like, yes, I looked. I wouldn't have gone to the warehouse to not look for any. Like, that's a dumb thing for you to ask me that. And I explained to him like, I talked to the icon leads if we had any more. He said no, and that we're supposed to be getting more soon, but they're not going to be here for like a week or so. And he just stared at me like, we couldn't get any more. I'm like, no, I don't understand how I had to explain it to you twice. Like, it should have gotten through your head when I mentioned it the first time. Like, we don't have enough. They're supposed to be ordering more, but the rest aren't going to get here for a week. So I had to put like what we had on like our major carts and then randomly pick like a cart that will get the last one. And he was just like, okay, and just like walked off. And I'm just like, I don't understand why this guy is a manager, why he's always picking on me, and just like getting upset over like the littlest of things. Like, it's stupid. And like my other managers, like they knew what I was trying to say. Like, they understand. They're like, okay. They said like one of them, like who was like a higher manager above him, was like, oh, don't worry, Lauren, I understand. And I was like, at least one of you understands. Like, I don't understand why he doesn't. Like, I don't understand. And he was just like, I don't know. And it was just me that like did not like him. Like, there was like a lot of cast members that did not like this manager because of like how he brings up himself and like he belittles like everybody and just like thinks like he's better than everybody else. Like, I don't know. And he still works there, and I'm just like, why are you still working there? I hate him so much. He's like my second, but in a way, but in a way, yeah. I mean, I can go on and on about him but I'll say that for next time. But yeah, that's my other workplace bitch.
think we got everybody.
We did. I
Huh.
thought this would be a longer topic. I'm kind of sad.
Well, I was scared to go all out because, like, I do have other stories about, like, managers not promoting me in particular
Mm-hmm.
because they either like someone else or they just plain did not want.
Oh, speaking of that, with that same manager, there were because every once in a while, like, we would like have like interviews for like who wants to become like a lead or slash supervisor. So there were like a good amount of people who wanted to be like leads, and this was his first time doing like lead interviews. And after they got through like all the people who wanted to like interview for leads, and they would have like they would get called to the managers like maybe like after like a week or so after the interviews were finished, and they would be like give them like their feedback or say like, hey, you got the position or whatever like that. He denied like, I want to say maybe like 6 people who were actually qualified to become leads, and he mostly said like their feedback was like, oh, I don't see you as like a lead, like you weren't like very good at like your storytelling for like your interview. And I'm just like, what the fuck do you mean like storytelling? Like what like what do you mean by that? And I guess he kept telling he told like those 6 people who didn't get the position like that, like, oh, you need like a better storytelling. And yeah, I don't think you're fit to be a lead or whatever like that. And I was just like, that's so wrong and everything. And thankfully he got called out by one of the other managers in the higher manager in the department, saying like, hey, you can't be saying stuff like that, like that's not right and everything. And so but he gave the position to like one person who at first wasn't qualified, and mostly during that interview they just talked about like vacationing and everything, and they got the lead position.
Where are people's brains?
It sounds like he thought that he was the Mickey Mouse.
He was trying to be a Mickey Mouse, but a gay posh Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
You don't have enough storytelling. Like it's a theater. Working is like a stage. You know, you just don't have what it takes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was basically what, like, in a way that's like he was basically telling like the other candidates who were more likely who were more qualified to get that lead position and everything. And because I had like those 6 people like come to me telling me that they didn't get the lead position because that manager said that. I'm like, that's not right. For one thing, a manager shouldn't be telling you that like they don't see you as a leader, you're not qualified to be a lead, and say like you have better storytelling. That's not right.
No, not at all.
And thankfully those 6 people like complained, I think, to I forgot who they complained to, but the higher manager of that department like talked to him, and so like he got scolded for that, so thank God. But now that manager is not in the department, he's like in a different department, and like they have
to terrorize more people.
well, I don't know how to terrorize more people, but yeah. Oh, okay, Axel, no problem. But yeah, so because I remember seeing him again when I went with my friend Vanessa to Star Wars night, and I just like, he didn't see me, but I gave him like a very deaf stare, because I'm like, you're the one who kept picking on me, belittling me, thinking like I'm not doing my job when I was, and also saying that like I was getting let go. I hate your guts. And I was like, but I bet your husband's really nice. But you're just mean.
I feel like that's kind of how it goes. Like one's the sugar and one's the unwanted.
Well, I never met we've seen pictures of his husband. Never never met the husband. He's never like came into the park or anything like that. But both of them had the same name, so
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah. Apparently, I didn't know that until like he mentioned like, oh yeah, my husband Greg, and like, oh he has the same. We're like, oh he has the same name as you. He's like, yeah, we both have the same name. Like, oh,
I'm Greg, and we're the Greg family.
we're the Greg family. Exactly. Exactly. Not to mention, I'm older than that manager. He was maybe like 24, 25 or something like that. I don't know. But I'm older than him apparently because he said that he was like young, and he mentioned his age. I was like, damn, I'm older than older than one of my managers.
I could break him.
I could literally, I could break him if I wanted to, because he was very skinny. Very skinny. He doesn't eat meat. I mean, he does eat meat, but he wasn't like built.
What
or
kind of
anything.
meat we talking?
Ken, not that type.
Sorry.
Not that type, Ken.
So it's the
Like protein, like steak or like hamburgers, stuff like that. I mean, he ate that, but like he was still skinny. Probably like his metabolism or something that like doesn't give him like more of like the body muscle or whatever.
I love metabolism. Like mine is kind of high, so I have this like. Well, I'm not a stick, but at the same time I'm not. I don't know, muscle man. Oh, not muscle man. What's a better example? Superman. Fuck yeah, stinking body type. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between.
Oh yeah. I understand. Yeah. I hope to never see that guy again. Even if I go back to my old job, depending on what department, hoping if I get into the department that I want to, I hope I never see him.
Hopefully he's not in that same department.
As far as I know, he's still in like food and beverage, but he's like working in like one of the restaurants in the park.
I will laugh so hard if just be manager. I mean, not manager, cashier. From manager. He got downgraded.
He used to work in hotels. And I was like, why don't you just go back to hotels where you belong? Imagine if he'll be there for a long time. I hope not. I hope not. Either that or he does no longer a manager anymore. He's just like a whatever like lower position, like cashier or something like that. And then I become like a lead again, and he's like, and I'm like above and be like, hey, you had to do this.
You're under my shoe now.
Yeah, like now I can control you.
Oh, did you check the brooms? Why don't we have enough? Why don't you go, I don't know, make a broom?
Why don't you go make a broom? Why don't you go make a broom? Considering all that he's doing, I just hope your friends are able to get out of there or something. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. He's no long. I don't know like any people who works in. I don't know anybody who works in like that restaurant where he's in. So I don't know. But I know most of like my friends in like my old department. Some of them have left the company because of like other reasons, or they got fired. Some of them have lost their lead positions because of like attendance or like other certain things. Some have like moved up to like scheduling, so like they're not in that department as much, but they're mostly like stuck in scheduling, which I should have done because I could have got myself out of that department. Could have been like still in the department, but like not having to go into the department like every day, and I probably could have avoided for like the longest time. But yeah, everybody still asks me when I'm coming back, and I'm just like, I don't know until a position. Why don't you call Disney and say like, hey, hire Lauren to do this position, and I'll come back. As of right now, I'm still looking every day. I need to go back to Disney World. It's cheaper it's cheaper being a cast member booking a hotel over there. I get perks. Good perks. Good perks you don't even know.
That reminds me, at my old job, you got no like bonuses or anything. You just work there.
You
Oh,
just
yeah.
worked. Oh,
At
Yeah,
my
no,
job,
no discounts or anything. You straight up just said they just
Mm-hmm.
said work, get money, go home.
work, get money, go home.
it's hey, I would like to get a raise, and the boss looks at you and goes, me too.
Me too. Me too. And it's funny because, like, I remember I was talking to one of my managers I'm, like, very close with. And I guess one of them, a couple of them told me, like, oh, yeah, we don't get vacation hours. I'm like, as managers, you don't get vacation hours? And they're like, yeah. We just show up to work and then we'll, like, say, like, hey, we're going on vacation. And that's it. I'm like, no, you deserve vacation hours. You earn the hours that you've worked here. You earn vacation hours. They're like, yeah, no, apparently we don't. I'm like, well, that's stupid. It's
Work is
and dumb.
stupid.
Yeah, work is stupid. It's very stupid.
I get cheers to that.
I will say this, and I'm not, like, I don't speak for the brand or the company, and I don't work there at the moment, but I will say this. When you work at Disney, like any company like that's like owned by Disney, you do get some pretty good perks. Discount on food, discount on merch, discount on Disney hotels. Other things I can't mention, but other things.
Kumar asked no health care either.
Oh no, like you get healthcare. You get healthcare. But as from what I know, for healthcare you have to be full time or at least work there for 3 years, I believe. I think that's how you get healthcare. Because when I got full time, my first year, working there, I got like an envelope saying like, oh, to apply for like healthcare and everything. So yeah, I got healthcare. It was good healthcare too.
There's one person at where my mom works. Everyone hates her, and Saturday we were making dips and cracked chicken for football,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, to make it fun, you can imagine it's someone you hate, and it was the person. She's like, "This the person we hate's face. The person we hate's face."
Wow.
I was like, you have pent up rage. You need a rage room like I do. One of my cats are very whiny.
Oh, I thought that was a baby for a second. I was like, oh, you got a little baby in the room.
No, she acts like one.
Oh.
She's an adult now.
I feel like all pets act like babies.
I know mine do.
All of mine, I know all mine do because one of my cats will cuddle up under the blanket.
Mm-hmm.
My youngest dog is straight up never aged mentally.
Oh.
My old dog is too blind, and he's poor baby.
Oh.
And the one that's whining right now craves attention 24/7. And has the loudest purrs I've ever heard from a cat.
Oh. I would like a cat, but my dad and my other sister are allergic, so I can't have a cat.
Ah.
I have a cat and dog, and let me tell you, little brothers. They're like little brothers.
Little
Yes.
Each
brothers.
other.
Mm-hmm.
They torture each other. I tell you.
Mm.
I call mine a gay couple.
Aw. How cute.
Like the cat is very relaxed and he doesn't put up with no poo, and my dog, he's a pooster.
He's a pooster. He's a pooster.
Isaac, you know how my cat sounds when she purrs. You've heard her. But yes, she does sound like an engine.
Aw.
What are you doing? What are you doing? How did y'all get my cord over here? I just don't notice that. Stop it. No, I need that for school. Stop it. Stop. You menace to society.
Aw. Wow, I'm surprised we got through workplace bitches like super quick.
Yeah, me too. What are we talking next?
Okay, well, since I thought that would be a longer topic, but I guess not. Let's see.
Well, maybe because we were expecting more people.
Yeah, I'm surprised Stitch hasn't responded. Neither has like research, because I know he said that he was gonna come in, but I don't know.
All I can think
Blue
of
Dog
is
is not gonna show up though.
Oh, I know Blue
Oh.
Dog mentioned he wasn't gonna be able to make. He wasn't gonna make it.
Oh,
all I can think of is his workplace story.
Mm.
Fuck you and your yogurt. I quit.
Screw you, yogurt. He still needs to make a shirt on that. I'm still waiting for that.
You might be able to hear my cat now.
Oh, I can hear the purring.
She purrs so loud I can barely sleep when I pet her.
It's cute. I like it.
This is the first time she's also staying on my lap for a while.
Mm.
You gonna get down? And then you're just gonna whine later? She doesn't go on anyone's lap or lays down with them. She'll lay down beside them, but not on them.
I see.
She's a bobtail tabby.
Aw, how cute.
And she's very chunky. That
speaking of cats, this reminds me of a YouTube video I watched. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name, but they recently just made a animation about their cat. And I liked the video.
Oh, what's it
I
called?
guess I'll send it to you guys. Am I allowed to say who it's from?
Is it a controversial person?
No, not at all. Quite the opposite.
Oh, well, who's the name of the person?
Jaden Animations.
Oh, I love Jaden.
yeah. Tostada.
Tostada.
I like Jaden.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, they told us how like they started off being allergic to cats, and by some miracle, and halfway through their adult life, they just realized, wait a minute, I'm no longer allergic. I'm gonna get a cat.
Aw.
All the other cats are adorable. I've seen Frasier and what he actually looks like. I've seen a flat-faced cat, but never one like Frasier.
Mm.
Well, one thing that really got me is like when Jaden was talking about like Tostada's like dead like deer headlight eye.
Oh my god. It's just me after the burnt crash of Sugar Crash. Huh?
There's one video with just her cat overtaking the Pokemon plush video.
Oh yeah. Her ranking all the Gen 5 sitting cuties.
Ooh.
Oh, why don't we talk about pets? Yeah, let's talk about pets.
All right, another It's a topic that hasn't been requested yet. I'm surprised, but yeah, we can talk about pets.
Can I say how many I have had first?
Yeah, go ahead.
My family has owned 12 cats now and 2 dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only met 7 of them.
Only 7?
They had 4 or 5 before I was born.
Oh, okay.
And it's also because my granddad's allergic, so my cats are going to be cooped up in my room most likely.
Mm.
I have a cat and a dog.
Aw.
Their names are.
Aw.
Oh.
How
That
cute.
reminds me of my dog.
Like my cat's name is because well, he's black.
How cute.
And he has green eyes and he is always to himself.
Mm.
But sometimes he secretly wants attention and whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
I will open up my door like once or twice, and he's just sitting right there in the dark. Let me remind you.
In the dark.
So if I'm going to the bathroom or whatnot, he's just right there. Is like hoping I open up the door and pick him up. No, I trip over him.
The ones that I remember, most of these have passed away now, unfortunately, due to aging mostly. But the ones I remember are, and have been told, are Joker, Toes, and those are the two I was told.
Mm.
And the ones I remember is Spot, which was my cat. She had her arm amputated because
Aw.
my dog broke it, which I was very mad at him because I loved that cat because it was mine, and I was just so hurt when she passed away.
I can imagine. Like,
Shadow, which was my dad's cat, Gator, mom's cat, Firecracker, my brother's cat, Thunder, which was my cat. She unfortunately got paralyzed as a kitten and she couldn't fight anymore, and I went to a spiraling depression for a month. That was
oh.
not fun when she passed.
Mm.
But the two I have now is Ember, the purring engine, Leo, the cuddle bug, Brooklyn, the 1,000-year-old dog that can't see,
Oh, the 1,000-year-old doctor can't see. Oh.
and Rocky, the one
Oh.
that will never age.
Oh.
I got a question for you about Shadow. Did you
Yes,
dress him up as Shadow?
it was a female, and no.
Oh.
I think she would have murdered all of us.
Oh.
I put my cat in a pumpkin costume once, and he hated it.
Well, I mean,
But
I can imagine.
fun fact about Leo, ever since he was a kitten, we put him on our shoulder, and he still does it to this day.
Oh.
And what I like to call him is my Pikachu.
It is Pikachu. How cute.
And
My,
one year we're eventually gonna try to get pet safe hair dye for him and dress him up as Pikachu. He's not gonna be happy.
Oh, I want to see a picture of that, but I know that's going to be like a hassle.
More than a hassle.
my cat, if he likes you enough and you're tall, he will climb you.
Oh
Uh-huh.
Lord.
He doesn't climb me because there was an incident one time where I was like about to lay down on the couch, and
Oh, no.
he was like, "I'm gonna climb you, climbing up, and I was falling backwards, and like I landed on the couch, and he flew into the air in shock. He's like, "Ah, I'm falling!"
But my cat Ember, she'll be fine with a bath. She'll just complain. Leo is going the war trying to get out. He has given me 2 noticeable scars before when I try to bathe him. I was like, I'm not doing this again. Nope. Y'all have fun dying. I ain't gonna do it.
Right.
What?
Kumo, sorry to interrupt, but
Okay.
he said, I assume Ken made dress as Shadow. I would love to, but
But what, Ken?
way. So if I put a big old wig on him and then like a sign saying Chaos Control on it, best believe it's just gonna be sitting on the ground the entire time. Probably even scratched up too.
Oh. I know for me, I've had different pets, or at least like my sisters and I had different pets. I had a hamster, really cute. Although we only had him for maybe like a couple months, and then my mom got rid of him.
What?
Yeah, my sister had a bunny, mostly for like a school project, but we had the bunny for maybe like a couple months. Got rid of that one too. I had a turtle. I did not want the turtle. I don't know why. I just didn't want a turtle. All it just did was like be in his tank, and I was just getting bored with it. We gave it to my sister's friend. The turtle actually grew bigger and bigger, and then they had to put the turtle in a pond because it was getting too big. And then I had 3 dogs in my lifetime. Yeah. One dog we had for a month, but he ran away from our house because after my mom was like letting him run loose in the garage, and my sister opened the garage door, and he ran out running down the street, and he didn't get far because like and it was at nighttime too. Like he didn't get far, but somebody picked him up and snatched him from, like, even though he like ran down the street and we couldn't see him. And then someone put like a found dog flyer. We kept calling the number. They didn't answer and pick up, and we kept calling them like every day for the week, and until they finally picked up, and they're like, "Oh no, yeah, somebody claimed him." And then we found another picture of a dog that looked similar to our dog, because they were missing their dog too, and they thought that like, oh, that's our dog. And we called that person, and they said, oh, we got the dog, but then like afterwards he ran away. And so yeah.
I'm sorry, don't lie.
It's okay. And so we didn't have a dog for like a couple months. We just stopped looking for him because like obviously like we weren't gonna find him anymore and everything. And then we got another dog from one of my grandmother's friends. We had that dog for maybe like a good 8 years until he passed away from a heart failure.
Oh.
Yeah, that was like the saddest day of my life because he was coughing like throughout the day, and I don't understand. And like I thought like, okay, I told my parents like, hey, he's coughing and like making like a weird noise, and we couldn't go to the vet because they were I was sharing a car with my mom at the time, so I couldn't like drive to the vet, and my mom was going to be coming home late from work, and so we said like, okay, we'll just keep an eye on him. We'll take him to the vet in the morning. And so I kept checking up on him like every hour. And then when I went to check on him, like it was like around like 8 o'clock at night. I went to go check on him. He was like lying down on the floor like in like a nap position, which I thought like, okay, he's probably asleep. I touched him. The body was cold. I saw blood coming out of his mouth, and I was like, oh no. And I started like freaking out, and I yelled at my dad like, Coco's 101. And my dad's like, oh no. And because he heard the screaming in my voice, he's like, oh no, it happened. And I was so upset, and it was so depressing. And I was upset that he passed away, but like I was even more upset that I touched his body, knowing that like he wasn't with us. And my old high school anatomy teacher, like cuz I'm super close with her cuz I still talk to her every once in a while. And she used to be like a vet. And I told her what had happened, and she was like, "Oh, you know what? He probably passed away of like heart failure." And I'm like, "Heart failure?" And she's like, "Yeah, what type of?" And like I told her and she's like, "Yeah, Pomeranians sometimes like they can pass away from like heart failure. That's like one like common trait that they may have." I'm like, "Oh shoot." So, and then after that, we didn't have a dog for like 4 years. After that, and then now we have my new dog, DOG, who is a cute little sweetheart.
DOG, dog?
Yes, but it's spelled DIOGEE.
That reminds me.
That is so cute.
DOG from Milo Murphy's Law.
That's where I got the name from. That's where her name comes from. Yeah, we got her as a little baby puppy. She was so small and tiny as a puppy. It was so cute.
The OG, you're not supposed to be here. Go home.
You're not supposed to be here. Go home. He's not supposed to be at the football game.
No, you're not in this episode.
Oh yeah, Kumo is Dioge. 2 E's at the end. That's how
I
he's
didn't
spelled.
talk about my dog. Except for the fact that I have him and he's a bit of a poo stirrer, but my dog is hyper. Not, I wouldn't say hyper. When he knows that like I'm serious, he's just like, okay, I see you're not, you don't want to play. Yeah, I'll behave.
Oh,
But like, when he's free on his own to do whatever he pleases, he's Sonic the Hedgehog. I tell you, he's running all around the house, just hyper, just running around. So I have this like kitchen. I want to call it a desk that's bolted to the ground or something, but it's the table with a sink. He's spinning around it. And sometimes if I'm not watching, if I hear like the cat feeder, I need to make sure, like I have to put myself like on warden duty or something where like I'm watching the cat eat his cat food. Because if I don't, the dog is gonna just like push the cat away and eat his food.
mm.
Yeah. And he's
You wanna
super
know-
friendly. Like he cannot never be like a guard dog, because I wouldn't say golden retriever energy, but something like that. Absolutely, he's a really nice dog, and like if I'm walking the dog, I just prepared to say the lines like, "Oh, your dog is adorable. Is he nice?" It's like he's nice, but I'm not.
He's nice, but I'm not.
I was gonna say my full cat's name, but then I realized I'm gonna dox myself. Let's not.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's not have that happen.
I'll tell y'all after stream because he is a long name, but
Oh,
it's very shortened down.
okay, no problem.
But one of the nicknames we call him is Lilo.
Oh,
And for Ember, a lot of us call her Miss Ma'am.
Miss Ma'am. How cute.
The first day we moved, they were petrified.
Oh,
And my
because
poor-
it's like a new surrounding.
Yeah, and my poor old dog, he was trying to find the surroundings at the old house and was bumping into everything. Rookie, he was just like, new house, new friends, wee!
Oh,
I'm just glad that my cat Leo and Rookie, they have their energy back because they at the old house they were just drained, and I'm like, I miss them being hyper,
mm-hmm.
but they're back, and it's always nice to see that.
That's good. I know my dog Dioji, like she's like 4, or she'll be 4 next month because her birthday's like 3 days before mine. She's still like in her like puppy phase where like she just like is like a little bit hyper and just like wants to be like near everybody and everything. And like she listens, but like she likes to do her own thing and everything like that. And my mom was like, we need to get in like another dog so that way like she can have like somebody to play with. I'm like, let's wait until like she calms down a little bit more. Maybe like another year or 2.
Yeah.
Because she also might be teething still.
Yeah.
My dog, if he gets too happy, he starts biting.
Oh.
Like I'm trying to teach that out of him. Not biting, like oh I'm gonna tear your skin off, but more like, you know, like when they are puppies, they like to just like you
Yeah.
know?
Teething.
Yeah, teething.
And like my dog does that. It's like no, night, which is
Night
basically.
night. Night night.
It's sleeping time.
Yeah. I mean with
Like,
you
if you're gonna start biting, you're going in the cage.
yeah, with my dog it's not like teething, like she doesn't like bite. Like thankfully like she finally like or like she kind of like stopped that after like turning like a year old cuz she would like bite on everything. Like she ruined like a couple of my my iPhone cords. And then she destroyed my Apple Pen, which I don't know how she got that. But like, I don't know. We wanted to put her in like a little like training boot camp because there's like a boot camp that's like maybe like a couple cities away from me, that my sister's friend recommended, and their dog is like now like well trained and well behaved and like very calm, but it's like super expensive.
The one that I have near me is like $3,000, and I'm like,
Oh shit, that's crazy.
That's too much.
Yeah, like the boot
Well,
camp
they-
near.
they- They
The book-
have it to where like you could do like set payments and whatnot, but I was like, that's still $1,000 a month. So
See, like the book. See the boot camp that like my sister's friend recommended. It's like they stay for the week. They stay for the week, and it's only like $1,000 for just that 1 week, and then that's it. Yeah.
Something that I thought of recently. When we were returning the U-Haul truck, I heard my car's fan still on.
Mhm.
Turns out my engine was overheating.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not, and I haven't had my car for about a week now. Luckily, I'm getting it tomorrow after I pick up my mom. And it's not only that repaired, but I also have heating back in my
Oh, like in the back of your car?
in general because the regulator something happened to it, so I couldn't turn my knobs. I was just like, "Yay, cold in the winter, just what I want."
Yeah, car troubles. I definitely know about that.
And I blame my brother because he didn't take good care of it.
Oh.
And I'm just like, you know, this is why you don't trust people with cars that are. He's basically a family bitch. But like that 50-50 split, I'm like, you're my sibling, but you're also a bitch.
I
can
had
relate to that too.
I have one of those too. That's my older sister. I won't tell that story yet. I'll be right back. I need to go to the front door real quick.
Alrighty.
For
but,
me, that's my little brother.
If you want to talk about like bitch siblings, go ahead.
No, that's another topic for another podcast. That's content right there.
We're like
I'm
we're getting 2 hours in. I think we have like more time to to speak on
gonna
everything.
expose my dad. I'll follow on Will. I don't care. I'll expose him.
Expose.
So, ever since I was young, I've never liked my dad, and I had my rights to. I'm not even kidding. When I was about like 5 or 6, I see him grab my mom's throat, and I'm just terrified. I like full on freeze, and I'm freaking out. And then I run to my room, lock the door, and my brother, confused and trying to calm me down, didn't work. I had nightmares for weeks, and then right after my accident, and I technically fully healed, I was having a hard time breathing and just doing stuff still. And he was just pushing me on me to do school stuff. I'm like, do you want me to end up in the hospital already? I just got out. Let me breathe. That's a whole nother story when I'm comfortable for it to be public.
Oh no, yeah. Totally understandable.
But I will say something. Sometime when in my early 20s or late 20s, I will have to go get a checkup and possibly get surgery. Fun.
Oh. I still have yet to be in the hospital like for like a medical reason or anything.
But more about my dad. He always blames my mom for yelling first.
Mm-hmm.
When he yells for something, and I'm like, y'all always argue, and Dad, you're the one who starts it because you're an only child brat that never grew up. So stop being a bitch, baby. Grow up, grow a pair of balls, get a life. Like I don't want to hear it every day.
Yeah.
If I could say that to his face, I would. But I'm pretty sure I would be more than 6 feet under.
Oh,
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh no, knowing my dad, I would.
Mained, maybe, but not 6 feet. They care about you enough not to kill you.
I don't know about that.
you never know, Ken. There are some parents who are just like on edge.
Like I said earlier, he grabbed my mother's throat and I was terrified.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
For me, I don't know anything about fathers because I never met mine.
Oh.
I
Who
wish
knows?
to protect this person.
Kumo, I wish to protect this person. Please, Kumo, please protect us all. You're our only hope.
I do have a better life because I have found people like y'all in my other friend group.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them have told me, if you need to sit down with me and have therapy, you can. I'm like, thank you.
Aw.
And it's been very helpful because as I can't find good therapy in the South because they only care about money.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't care if you care about money. I care if you care about me.
Mm.
Because you need to help me in order for me to be okay. Because my brother, he's been to like several therapists down here, and none of them have really helped him.
That's
I'm just like, listen, I know I don't care for my brother but that much, but we better fight.
so sad.
Yeah.
Aw.
But I have been doing a lot better compared to then to now, because,
Mm-hmm.
oh boy, we're not going to talk about 2022 me at all. Oh boy.
Oh no, yeah, you don't have to share that if you don't want to. Well, speaking of like parents and siblings, I know for like my whole like, I mean, being on this earth for like 30, like basically 30 years, like I don't get along with like my mom or my older, my older sister, because like one, my mom like, I don't know, she's always like very hard on me. She treats my sisters like very differently, and she gets like mad at me for like the littlest of things. I don't know why. It's so dumb. And then my oldest sister, well, I don't consider her my oldest sister my sister anymore. I'll get into that later. But she would always pick on me because I'm the youngest of the three, and so I got like more of the attention, or supposedly I got more of the attention or whatever. But she would just like randomly pick on me and bully me for like no reason. And like every time like she would like say something mean to me or like belittle me, I would tell my parents like, hey, she's saying like all these awful things about me. And when I was younger, like, yeah, my parents would like step in and be like, hey, you can't be doing that to Lauren like that. You can't be saying stuff like that to Lauren and everything like that. But yet she was still continue doing it. But then once I got to like middle school or high school, then it was still like I still tell my parents like, hey, Megan's saying these awful things to me. And then it would be like my mom saying like, you can't be getting like upset over that. Like you're being a little bit dramatic. And I'm just like, no, this is not right. Like she's saying all these awful things and everything. And I go to my dad like, hey, why don't you, like, how come you not you know, talking to my sister, like saying like, hey, why, like, you shouldn't be saying that to, and my dad would be just like, my dad doesn't like confrontation and everything like that. He doesn't like to argue or like yell because, he kind of had like a bad childhood because like his dad was like a little bit abusive with him and everything like that. Like, so, and he doesn't want to like act like his father, which I get it. But like at the times or like he needs to just like step up and like be like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be like saying stuff like that to your sister or you saying stuff like that to your mother or stuff like that. And when I got into high school and I learned a lot more curse words than I should have. And my sister said something like, so my sister said something, because my family doesn't curse at all or curse as much. And I told her to stop being a cunt. And she was just like, excuse me, what did you call me? And my other sister was like, Lauren, where did you... And my other sister was like, damn. And my mom and dad were like, where did you learn such language? I'm like, I go to public school. What do you expect? And my sister tells my mom saying like, hey, you know Lauren can't be saying this, right? And my mom, out of like randomness, this one time, she was like, well, Megan, sometimes you can be one. She's like, sometimes you can be one. And I was like, wow, Mom, you finally take my side on this. My dad was like cracking up.
Well, technically you're right.
My other sister and my dad were cracking up too. They were like, shit. I was like, yes, the one time. And I felt so good about it that my mom actually said, like, you can actually be one sometimes. I was like, thank you. And my sister, like, she didn't talk to me for like a week, and I was like, good. But then,
okay, go ahead.
But then, like, even like after I finished high school and then like going through college, was like my my depression time was like, my depression was like starting to like really kick in because my parents were being harder on me when like going into college, and wanted me to like get like a good career job like my sisters or whatever. And my oldest sister would bully me, say awful things, even when I called her more vulgar stuff. Like, she would just be like, oh, well, you know, you're not going to go into heaven and everything like that. You're going to end up on the streets, just, and like, poor whatever, blah, 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 like saying like hurtful things that like would get under my skin and everything. And that recently happened, like maybe like beginning of like last year, I want to say. And it got to the point where like I went to my parents' friends because I was like so upset, and I told them what had happened, and they were like, okay, your sister shouldn't have said that to you. That's not right. And I even told her, yeah, it's not. And I told my parents, you know, hey, Megan said this and everything like that. And they were like, okay, well, when you're ready to come back home. We'll all sit down and talk about it. And once I got back home, the whole family, well, except for my other sister, because she moved to New York last year, we all sat down and talked as a family. And my dad said, now, Lauren, I know you're upset about what Megan said to you, but you also shouldn't have said like what you said. And I was like, why are you gaslighting me and like saying that like I shouldn't have said those things to Megan? Like, first of all, she said something way out of pocket, way under my skin, and you're gaslighting me saying like, oh, I shouldn't have started this fight when she was the one who obviously started it. Like, that's not right. And I was even looking at him like, are you gonna tell her to like apologize to me? And my dad's like, she shouldn't have to, like, you shouldn't expect her to apologize to him. Like, she should apologize to me. What she said was like way out of line. I mean, yeah, I said something like out of line too, but like she started it. Like, that's not right. Like, she should apologize to me. And my sister didn't say anything. My mom was like, you should have just done what your sister asked you to do. I'm like, and I was like, first of all, she's not the boss of me and everything. And I'm not going to sit here and get gaslighted for, you know, doing something that, like, I was not in the wrong of when she started the fight at all. And I even told him, like, this is my last straw. I'm over this. She is no longer my sister. I don't care if we're blood related. She's no longer my sister, and I don't consider her my sister. She's just a random person that just lives in the house. And my parents were like, you can't disown your sister. I'm like, I just did. So she's no longer my oldest sister is no longer my sister.
Fair enough.
If I may, and I don't want to get too much into your business, but I am the oldest brother.
Mhm.
I have a little brother, and we go tick for tat, and we say some shit to each other like every other day. And what I want to say, take it easy on your older sister. Like some things that is hard for her to say, maybe, because I have things that's hard for me to say to my little brother, but to a degree, I think he understands that I'm not trying to be like his number one like shit hating brother, but more so like the same way he does with me. Like I'm gonna hit you hard just so in the future no one else can hit you as hard as I fucking hit you, because like I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be your worst nightmare. Don't let some stranger be your worst nightmare and let them live rent free in your mind. If I could be your villain just to make you stronger, I will be. If
Well,
that makes any kind of sense.
like I see where you're coming from, Ken. But my sister, she does it like she does it for fun. She does it out of spite.
So do I.
But she does it like thinking like she can just like get away with it and everything. Like it might be different with like you, but like with like how my sister is, like she does it as like out of a rise and like thinking like she can get away with it. Like I can like tell my parents like, hey, Megan did this and everything like that, and just be like, oh, well, whatever. And then Megan will say like, oh, well, Lauren has like something wrong with her and everything like that, and like she does it out of spite, like as a game, like trying to be little me, and everything like that.
That's the thing that I'm saying as well. So do I. Like more so like
But it's like a different like, it's. I mean, you guys are boys, so like it's very different. With me and a like with two girls, like and sisters, it's way opposite. It's very different dynamic. I'll just say that.
maybe yeah.
It's a very
Yeah.
different dynamic because my other sister, like sometimes we'll argue with that, but she'll apologize to me if like she knows like something like upsetted me, and I apologize to her if something upsetted her. Like she's very respectful and she knows like my my sensitivity, like my personality and everything. Like she understands me and everything like that. And like my others and like Megan, like she will just won't take care to like understand. Like she likes to get like the last word and likes to like stand on top of like she's winning like an argument and everything. Not to mention she also assaulted me back in college. Like physically assaulted me.
I physically assaulted my brother.
But it was at the point where like it got so bad like she started physically hurting me and I got into which led me into like a panic attack and I couldn't start breathing. I would have had to ended up in the hospital. And she just like walked off like nothing happened, and we had to get like paramedics to my house because like I couldn't breathe and everything. And my parents were upset about that for one thing, but like I had to end up missing like my one of my classes when I was supposed to like head to school, and I had to miss it because of that. And I even went to the police station to report it, and even though like the officer said like, yeah, I know, like we can like keep the police report and everything like that, but like if anything, like even if you go to a judge, you would just need to like see like your two would just have to like go like a therapy class and just like talk your feelings about it. I was like, I just said like as long as I can just like report it or whatever like that, I'll just take it. My parents were happy that I reported it to them, and my sister was like upset. But I'm like, hey, you physically assaulted me. If you had done something worse, obviously I'm gonna go to the police.
Fair enough.
Because recently that happened to my two aunts who, as like me and my other sister, they don't get along either, and my aunt pulled a pew pew on my other aunt, and she had to go to jail for like a day because of that.
All right, that one's the one that I think is extreme. Like, for what I was gonna say, like, there's a ton of siblings where like, the usual dynamic is, younger, middle, oldest. The oldest doesn't get along with the youngest. The middle one gets along with both of them. And the reason why the oldest doesn't get along with the youngest is because the oldest does not convey their emotions very well. They don't say anything about emotions. They don't apologize. I don't apologize.
Mm-hmm.
And the youngest, they're very in tune with what they're feeling, and they can clarify clearly, like, this is fucked up.
Mm.
And the middle child is the unwanted child.
Oh, hey, Sassy. I didn't know you were lurking. I just noticed.
Oh, hello, Sassy.
So, if anything, I personally, you don't have to take my words with a grain of salt. I just know what it is to be like an older sibling. It's more so they, you like the oldest will say some shit, but understand that they care about you. They do, despite what it seems like. They do.
I don't think with my
Hard
sister.
to believe, I know.
With certain siblings, it's not true, but with others, it is. Because ever since we were younger, me and my brother, who originally was a sister, has hated me for no reason,
Mm-hmm.
and he apologized, but then goes back on his word the next day. I'm
Yep.
like, why do you apologize if you're just gonna hurt me again? And I full on said that to his face, and he said, because that's how siblings act. I'm like, no, that's not how siblings should act.
Yeah, exactly. That's not.
And when he was leaving for college, he was making me really mad because he was supposed to do a lot of his stuff himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was busy with school and band still.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for saying it, but not as bad as I should.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I hope you never come back from college because he was hurting me a lot and my mom.
Yeah.
But my dad, he didn't really care to hurt him at all. And that was making me mad that he was more so hurting my mom because
Mm-hmm.
out of everyone in the family that makes sure everyone is okay, it's my mom. She works in like RMC at a busy hospital, like extra hours. Because she gets up at 6 in the morning and she'll sometimes work till 11 p.m. And I get concerned for her because she has horrendous car anxiety. And my dad's just like, oh my God, will you stop? I'm like, she got in a car accident where a door completely slid off. She's not going to relax.
Yeah.
And And when I was talking about having to clean my old room, it was like I was talking about how I left a lot of open cans that were still full, which I felt bad about, and I was like, I need to get gloves so I don't get disgusted. And he was like, my mom's like, and I'm like, and my dad's like, she's talking about your room. I'm like, I know.
Oh, you have stories too, Sassy? You should come in.
Join the party.
Yeah, we need a Johnny 2x4.
We need to hear your we need to hear your stories. Legit, but I'm tired. Oh. Yeah, we need to
And
hear your stories.
there's one thing that I will respect my mom, but none of my other family members. And my mom has genuinely apologized to the point where she's crying and I have to help her.
Mm-hmm.
None of my other family members have ever apologized. To be fair,
Oh.
my grandma has never needed to because she's the nicest person I've ever met that will stay nice.
Yeah.
And my granddad, he just pushes me a little too much and he doesn't understand modern generation.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. I'm like, listen, you gotta calm down just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I wanna add to that because I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here. One thing about me, and I think some people starting to notice about this with me, is that I'm not nice, but I am kind. I don't believe saying sorry is just gonna fix anything. Like I was taught somewhere between my 7, 8-year-old life somewhere around that age, that apologized to this wall for punching. I'm sorry to the wall for punching.
Mm.
Well, what are you doing? You're apologizing to a wall. Like your words didn't mean anything to the wall. So,
See,
so you learn by apologizing, not by words, but by doing. Instead of apologizing to the wall, you patch it up.
Indeed.
I mean, for me, like, being like in a religious household, like we were told, like, oh yeah, you should always apologize for doing something wrong, and everything like that, or even like upsetting somebody. And I was always the one that had to like apologize for like any little thing, for like every little thing, until I got to the point where it was like, okay, how come my oldest sister has not apologized to me for doing this and doing that? Like, she's never apologized for like assaulting me, for one thing. That literally could have almost like ended me up in the hospital. And like, and with my mom too, like she always like says, she always like criticizes me for like how I dressed, and like and just like little gets upset over like the littlest of things, and like belittles me, saying like, oh, I'm not trying to put you down, but whatever she says, it's basically putting me down. And I keep telling her, like, you need to quit saying that, like, oh, I'm not trying to put you down, whenever you say something to me, because basically you are putting me down. That's basically what it is. And she doesn't apologize for like saying like, oh, you're getting a little bit too chunky, or you shouldn't be dressing like some kind of like, hoodlum or whatever like that. And I'm just like, why would you say these things to me? I'm your daughter. Like, you always treat me differently between like the other two. And my dad's always like, you shouldn't, like, your sister or your mom shouldn't have to like apologize to you for upsetting you. I'm like, why is it that like they don't have to apologize to me whenever like they like say something hurtful or upsetting to me, but when I say something hurtful and upsetting to them, I have to apologize? That's not right.
No.
Like, it's not right. And it's getting to that point where like, if they're not going to apologize to me, then I'm not going to apologize for them for like any wrongdoing I do.
Fair.
Yeah. And if my dad tells me like, you need to apologize to your mom right now, I'm just going to say like, no, she shouldn't, you told me that like, I shouldn't be expecting an apology from her, so she shouldn't be expecting an apology from me.
Fair.
Yeah.
Mm.
Gonna reverse psychology my dad like that.
And one
you
thing
already
my
know what
dad,
I'm gonna say.
devil's advocate, yada yada.
To a degree, yes, because like one thing I also learned, that parents cannot treat their kids the same as much as the kids want to. Like, each different kid has different needs, and they have different things that they need to have addressed. Like that's something that I learned. Like, my mom gave me that wisdom when she was speaking with her grandmother, my great grandmother, about why she babies my mother's cousin,
Mm-hmm.
and not her, back when they were being raised up. And my great grandmother told my mother, is because I saw the independence in you. I saw what gets you going, what helps you succeed, and sometimes it's just not being nice. And that's just the bottom line with your cousin. They are incredibly sensitive. I have to say this in a nice way, that I don't want to say it in a nice way. I see the wrongdoings that they're doing, but if I address them to them like I would you, they would crumple up and fall over like a leaf.
Mm.
Like, that puts some perspective on my mother. And then when I started complaining to her about like how I'm not being treated the same way like my little brother, because my little brother's like, I called him the golden boy. That's when she slapped me with the wisdom. Is like, well, because I see a bit of myself in both of you, in the same way. But you get going. Like, if I tell you like you get off punishment by like cleaning the dust off the TV or something like that, you won't do it. You'd rather sit down and be in punishment for years on end until finally your time sentence is up. It's like, oh yeah, that's true. Where like my little brother would clean that dust up, like kiss it, and then like put a little shine on it, do whatever it takes to get off punishment or whatnot.
Read it a bedtime story, give it a blanket.
Kiss it goodnight.
Say goodnight at least. Oh, that's such a small thing, but it's true, isn't it?
Hey, sassy.
Hello, sassy.
I'm here too.
So that's what I say with your parents, and obviously the older
True though.
sister.
It's true.
I say, like catch them some slack. They can't say
Yeah.
their emotions. If they say their emotions, they're gonna feel weak or something like that. At least I do. So I don't
It
talk
sounds
about my
about-
emotions.
It sounds about right. I've been busy chopping onions. What's been going on over here?
Well, we
I'm-
mostly
I'm
just
making
been
soup.
we mostly been talking about like revivals on TV shows, video games, workplace bitches,
Nice, all good things.
And
So-
now
Me too,
family.
you know.
and now family.
No, family's actually what I was talking about, to be honest. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And
That's
pets.
an honest truth. That's the irony. Do you want me to tell my story?
Yeah, tell your story.
Cool. I could talk video games, but screw it. You guys already did.
Yeah,
All right, let's talk family. Can I talk about my family?
yeah.
Sure.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I'm just gonna put my controller down for a second because I've been just playing video games here. Hi.
Hello.
You might know me. Hello. You might know me. Did someone just join? You might know me as. Hi. You might know me as Banana. How are you? Gosh, you guys already kind of know me, but
It's okay.
right? It's okay. It's okay. I just kind of want to run through this. The main reason I wanted to hop on is to tell you a story about my dad. But the funny thing about it is, the more I listen, I'm like, now which dad do I want to talk about here?
Oh.
Oh.
Because the funny thing about family, and I realized it as I was thinking about it, okay?
Mhm.
I have a biological family. We all do. We also have the family we grew up with.
Yeah.
Often they're the same, they're not always the same. I'm going to be delicate here, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes, and I don't even need to, you guys already talked about it. Sometimes that family that you grew up with, in either case, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes they don't always understand you entirely.
Yeah.
Now, the garbage is oftentimes, it's in the middle where they try to understand you, but they can't at some line. And that kind of sucks. Maybe
Mhm.
that's the easiest way to put it, okay? So let me tell you two stories about my dad's plural, even though my parents are straight.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So
I
I'll tell you two quick stories
Okay.
about my dad's. Dad number one. Dad number one is one that I've known for an incredibly long time. And, is religious
Mhm.
and brave and, ex-military and all that, it's all in the bad, I guess. But he was search and rescue, which respect. Like, fuck. He's never told me a story once. And that scares me.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about that. Fuck. And the reason I bring that up is because I was commuting with my dad one day, back when in the Stone Age, and there was a car crash literally in front of us.
Oh.
Yeah. And I got to see this side of him go action in front of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He went.
yeah.
He didn't even think about it. He just got out of the car, went over, checked to make sure that this person was okay. I followed because what do you do in that case? I'm going to make sure that everything's going to be okay. And that if he needs help, and of course, he kind of just passes me the phone and says, "Hey, can you call the cops? I'll talk to her," kind of make sure she's okay. I was like, "Okay, fine, fine, fine." So I called, the usual 911, whatever it is in your place.
Mhm.
And it's the funniest thing because it's just at that time, right? And so they have to ask me the usual questions. I'm sure you know. So I'm asking someone who's literally at the end of this story, she came out okay, okay? The
Mhm.
happy ending. I want to put that there. But literally at the moment, I am having to ask someone if they've been out of the country. Well, they're literally wedged into a car
Oh.
and cannot move and cannot move.
Oh.
Oh.
And she's a little shocked. And at the time, do you know what all she wanted me to do is? This is the best part. She wanted me to call her mom and make sure that her mom knew she was okay.
Oh.
Oh no,
I
that's gonna
know.
make me cry.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, right? And that last part just came to me as I was saying it. Holy frig, right?
Oh,
And
Oh.
meantime, my dad is just doing the whole thing. The cops get there, the ambulance gets there, fire gets there, everything's okay. The funny thing about it here, and this is the part that gets me,
Mhm.
dad kind of just looks and says, "Hey, I want to get to work." And then we just get back in the car, drive away as if we were never there, and checking the news later and everyone's okay, phew. As if we were never there.
Wow.
Fucking right?
Your dad sounds
That number
awesome.
Yes, but there are
he
certain things that he doesn't understand either. Although he was also the one to get me into video games in the DOS era.
Hmm.
He doesn't play video. And here's the shit. Here's the shit. I'm gonna segue this.
Okay.
He doesn't play video games anymore. He told me the other day.
Oh.
oh.
Right? I've been playing video games for 30 years. This is something I'm very honest about.
Mhm.
I'm 34. Hi. Like, why would I care about being honest about that?
Yeah.
What do I have to hide here? You know? Um, so I've been doing it for 30 years. He's told me recently he stopped. Let's talk about dad number 2. Do like my segue?
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that.
Thank,
I was gonna
thank you.
ask, did your dad?
But before I do,
I was gonna ask, did your first dad number one? Did he explain why he stopped playing video games?
he got busy.
Mm.
I know that's the answer. He had a life, he had work to do.
Mhm.
He stopped.
Okay.
He's happy I kept it up, but he doesn't understand it
Oh, okay.
at this point. He's lost it that far, I think.
Mm.
You know
Mm,
what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't practice something
yeah.
long enough and you forget it, like a language.
Right.
That's kind of how it feels. And it's tragic, but as much as there is, and let's anecdote that, I remember watching him playing DOS games. I could tell you them. I
Mhm.
could tell you the names of them, but it doesn't matter because I kind of have to let that go. I can archive games all I want, and I probably will because I'm a nerd like that.
Mhm.
But there's small pieces of it that I do kind of have to let go, and that really freaking sucks.
Mm.
I need to consider those onions in a minute. I know they're stewing, but I'm okay right now.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Let, let's let's talk about dad number 2 before I check my suit,
Okay.
though. Dad number 2. Okay.
Yeah. Are we gonna get very emotional?
No, I'm just taking a minute to shift.
Oh, okay.
See the thing about it, and I want to make sure I'm clear on this. When I say dad number 2, and I want to be amply clear for everyone listening, because I'm a very bluntly honest person like that.
Mhm.
Hi. Dad number 2 is, someone I would call more my dad in gay terms, because, I'm a queer individual. 10 years ago, I would have called myself a gay man.
Mhm.
And this is someone who taught me a lot about a lot of things, because we spent a lot of social time together. We played a lot of video games together. We like a lot of the same games.
Yeah.
We've spent, a lot of time together. And so I consider him somewhat akin to a father figure in gay terms.
Aw.
So that's what I mean by dad number 2. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know why I explained that so intricately, but I did. Okay. Fuck, I didn't need to, did I?
All good.
Yeah,
And
it's all good.
it's cool. I'm being hyper analytical because hi. Um, so that number 2 is very, very close to me. And like he and I still play video games and all that kind of stuff. Really, I consider him such an intelligent man, and yet he's so freaking opposite to me. And you know what? The funny thing about it is, I never directly told him that I feel this way to him, but I did it in shorthands and codes. And I know he understood. I know he understood because he's lived as freaking long as I have. I know he knows all the shorthand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
In fact, I just made sure they were stuff that he'd understand and like threw it in there and fuck, he didn't argue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can say a lot without using words. And frig, if you can do that with someone, I argue that's probably found family. That's the way I put it. I don't care what you call it. It's something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I argue that is as important as the family that brought you up. I'm not, and epilogue to this. The family that brought you up is important too, but sometimes they lose pieces of you. It's okay to let that go as long as they are willing, but you know. Um, my real sister once, oh my God, wrong wording. My biological sister once said something to me ages ago.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to be careful here with
Oh yeah.
phrasing. Um, I fell out with my mom when I came out as gay.
Mm.
It happens with everyone. It happens with everyone.
Yeah.
Someone. My dad at the point didn't care, and he got over it pretty quick. She was the one who was all mortified because religion. I
Right.
don't need to explain it,
No,
right?
yeah, you don't have to explain like
Um,
religion or anything.
Hondo. Point is, my sister said something to me when my sister said something to me when my mother and I had a falling out. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and she was so right. Fuck. She basically said to me, "Kid, you can make your choice here. Okay, you can either keep going and playing your games and doing what you do, and that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to do that." And she was right. But if you don't want to cut your mom out of your life right now, and I don't think you do. I don't think she said that, but that's how I'd put it, being her right now. How about if you don't want to do that, send your mom a greeting card. We called them e-greeting cards back then. Complicated. Send her a greeting card. Send her a message. Send her a Facebook. Just talk to her. Let her know that you're okay. She'll calm down and she'll talk to you, and it'll be okay.
Mm.
Maybe she didn't use those exact words, but that's what she told me, and damned if she wasn't right. Things calmed down. I actually kicked her literally an e-card, if you remember those. I don't know who does.
I think I kind of like know what e-cards were.
Ha 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 ha. Funny, right? They're like, the way I describe it is they're like those dancing elves, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you know which ones I mean.
yeah.
Um, um, anyway, that's my story, really. It's like, fuck. You get two families in life, I think. The one that you grew up with and the one that you find. The end.
Mm.
I think that's wholesome.
That is wholesome.
Thank you.
Very wholesome.
That is all I've got for tonight because I'm fucking tired.
Oh, Kumo said they are really nice dads from, I guess, your two dad stories.
I think they're both great. I think they're both amazing for completely opposite reasons, and I think they're both for completely the irony of it. I think they're both very identical to me for parallel opposite reasons. It's so funny to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think it does. I'm going to go to bed though.
Oh,
Y'all have a good night.
have a good night, Sassy.
Don't forget your soup.
Oh yeah, don't forget the soup.
Oh crap! It's burning.
Oh
Here.
no,
Oh no.
No.
not the soup. Oh,
I had a help Rookie from a nightmare.
Oh.
But one thing I want to mention about my dad, he sent a TikTok to me basically saying being abusive to you is making you mature. I'm like, the fuck? How does that correlate?
Yeah, that makes no sense. Like, being being abusive makes no.
It was, but how it is, it was just like being rough on you. I'm like, so being abusive, not
Yeah.
rough.
Wait. Being rough does not equate to being abusive, depending on how rough it is.
I looked through the TikTok and it was very much so to the dad side of being in the right.
Oh, then never mind.
No.
Yeah, I was just like, I was like, okay, this means something nice. Let me make sure that. Oh no, it just means that the dad is right.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Because for me, my mom was very rough on me, but not abusive. When I complained about it, it's like, Ken, my best friend, by the way, my best friend, she her mom was rough on her. That's not abusive. That's just stopping your dumb head from being dumber. I was fine, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, for me, like, I feel like I'm not, like, as close to, like, my mom that much anymore, and I'm not close with, like, with Megan. I'm still not saying my sister, but yeah. I know, like, my other friend, because she was not close to, like, or her and her mom were, like, butting heads and everything like that. She said, or she moved out, and, now, like, her and her mom kind of, like, get a, get a, like, get along, like, a little bit better now. Because a lot of my friends told me, like, you know, Lauren, maybe it's at the time where, like, you need to move out, and maybe then you'll be a little bit closer to your mom. And I'm like, well, I would love to move out, but I'm broke as hell. And you know, renting a place is like hell of expensive in California, so can't do that
Yeah.
yet.
Got no monies.
I can see that point because like me and my brother we were about to go to jail for each other. Like
Oh.
the day that we both had moved out at the same time, going to a completely other state and the other one hanging out with their best friend,
Mm-hmm.
in her house with her whole entire family, for about 2 years, and then coming back to help our mom out, and then me moving out again.
Oh.
but that getting some space from knowing someone in your entire life is just, I don't know, it just makes things a lot better. I can guarantee that's a real thing.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm just like, I kind of want to, like, I'm ready to move out, even though, like, broke. But, like, I feel like moving out, maybe I would be, like, a little bit more closer to, or, like, at least, like, not, like, super, super close, but at least, like, you know, make some peace with, like, my mom. At least, like, some peace.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
all we can ask for in this world.
Yeah. I know that Megan's going to be moving out pretty soon because she's going to be moving to New Jersey. Thank God. So,
I was about to say, thank God as well.
yeah. Because apparently, like, I just found out from her, like, she was, like, talking to, like, a friend. I guess she's moving to New Jersey, or she's planning to move in, or she's moving out. But I think she's planning to, like, move out to, like, New Jersey or somewhere out east. And I was just like, great. Now I don't have to have someone bullying me anymore.
Yippee!
And now we have, like, an extra bedroom.
Love your sister.
I refuse.
I refuse. I refuse. I'll love my sister Brittany. I love her.
I love my mother and my grandparents.
Mm. Yeah. I don't know, cause like my my sister both well, my sister Brittany and then Megan and then my mom, they don't know that I'm bisexual. They don't know that. I told my dad because like I was more expressive about my sexuality like this year while I was like kind of still discovering it about me and everything. And I told my dad because like my dad kind of like asked me like, hey, you've been acting like, is everything like okay? I want to know, like, you need to tell me like what's going on and everything. And I said, listen, Dad, I can't. I've been keeping this for a while or like this year, and I wasn't really like sure throughout my whole life out there since I finished college, and like kind of like getting to know myself, especially this year, since I stopped working, well, since I got let go. That yeah, I'm bi. Oh hey Ryan, yes, I am bi. I never really like expressed it that much, but I am.
This comes as a shock to me too.
Oh, you didn't know I was bi, kid?
No.
My gator went off.
My gator. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I kind of like give off that vibe for some people, but I am.
You don't.
Mm.
At least not to me.
Okay. But yeah, once I told my
But
dad.
what do I know? I'm dense.
It's okay. But yeah, when I told my dad that, it was very emotional for me because I always go to my dad for like a lot of things, but I felt like I wasn't, especially with like my religion that I'm in and everything, and it's I'm not gonna get into my religion. It's kind of like a very sensitive topic, and I don't want to get into that. But like my dad like was kind of shocked to hear that like I was, but like he said like, hey, I don't care if you're bi or whatever like that. I will always still love you. It doesn't matter. I love you for you. And so that kind of gave me a relief off my shoulder, knowing that my dad like accepted me for who I am and everything. But
If I ever, sorry.
but like I know for like I don't know how like my sister Brittany would take that. I mean, she would probably be like, okay, like I get it. Megan on the other hand, I feel like she would be like, tell me like, oh no, that's like a sin. You shouldn't be like that or whatever. Like, oh no, you're not bi. You're just saying that to try to get attention or whatever like that. And then my mom would, if I told my mom, she would like totally freak out and be like, "You're no daughter of mine is should be should be gay or whatever." So that's why I haven't told my mom. And then I recently told my grandmother because she's like 96, 97, and we don't know how long she's gonna be with us. So I figured I needed to tell her like I needed to tell her now while I still had the chance. But yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna ask you.
Was it something about like my sexuality or
I think it was, but I don't remember.
okay?
I need to start writing these things down.
You just start writing these things down. It's like new fact: Crispy is gay. I did not know that. I did not know
Must draw art.
that. Let's draw art. Yeah, like yes, I'm like bi. Like I am attracted to like both male and female, but I don't know. It's more of like I would kind of say like I'm like still like leaning guy in a way, but like I still find like females like some females like attractive too.
Oh yeah, girls are hot.
But yeah, that's me. That is me.
For me, I'm straight as a ruler.
I mean, I kind of figure Ken.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of obvious. I'm always under the mindset I'll try anything once, but I don't think I tried much. So I don't know. I don't know how long I could hold on to that statement.
You don't know how long you can hold on to this statement. A roller. Oh, what do you mean by roller, Kumo?
I have a different definition of what a roller is.
A different definition of roller?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mary Jane, Peter Parker.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spider-Man.
I thought he said straight as a... Oh!
Oh.
he
ruler,
says
not
as
a roller.
a ruler, not... Yeah, a ruler. I was like, a roller?
That's not straight at all.
Yeah, straight as a ruler. That's what he meant. You're good, Kumo. You're good.
Well, what I meant? No, that's what I said.
Oh, straight as a roller. Well,
I'm gonna steal that one day. He's just straight as a roller.
I'm straight as a
And
roller.
I'm like, but wait a minute. I was like, gotcha.
Gotcha. Love that. All right. I think we did a good topic, even though that wasn't like unrequested, but it was still good. Let's see. Oh, Kumo had one that just came up today. Just imagine you've been asked to come up with a song or a show. What would it be? What would it be, and what's it called? Go nuts with this one. It doesn't have to be held back unless Twitch or YouTube says otherwise. Curious just what people love to watch, listen, or just watch, listen to that they don't think exists yet.
Huh.
I'm an artist, so I can answer this easily, but I'll wait for everyone else's responses.
Oh,
I'm a band kid.
You can go ahead, Ken.
So I am trying to create a comic for made by myself.
Ooh.
About like all my OCs interacting with each other, and I have about 9 of them, and I want to tell a story between it's a my character that I am right now is Adara. She's a half human succubus, but she was raised by a human, so she still has temptations, but it's not something that is her absolute drive, and I just want to make a funny little comic about her engaging in some of that funny business, and the extra comic book pages on Patreon one day, and hanging out with her best friend Kiwi, and I have this character who's a femboy, but it looks incredibly feminine and is a what's the word I'm looking for? They're a PO, I think it's called. PI, personal investigator.
PI.
And his story is that she is working with this one guy who's from another dimension who got thrown out of his world into his world and is now somewhat human but has a unicorn horn. It's just, I have a whole comic idea that I want to draw out, but oh my god, creating a comic is so difficult. It will all make sense once when I actually come out with something, but right now I'm still working on it.
All good.
Yeah. Kumo said, "Oh, so a reality TV show kind of thing, maybe."
Not reality TV show, more like a. Have you ever seen a show called? Shoot, let me think of a show. What's that show called? Lizzie McGuire or something like that.
Like Lizzie McGuire?
Something like that, where it's not a reality TV show. The main point of this comic is it's supposed to be an Ask blog, ASK blog, Ask blog. It started on
I know
Tumblr,
what you're talking about.
but it's no longer on Tumblr because I can't get people to actually look at the comics. So I'm gonna try to switch it over to Instagram and have people ask questions there, and I could draw a comic with the answer of what they're asking in the comment section, and make funny stories off of that.
I know what
It's
you're
just
talking. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just like I'm Adara, I'm the main character. This story's about me. But as you slowly progress through the comic, you realize it's not just about Adara. It's about like Kiwi as well, her adoptive father Kenichi, her robot sister, her roommate from another dimension. It's about all these wonderful characters with their own personalities, just getting along with each other, and some of them really getting along. But that's beside the point.
Okay. That'd
It's
be
like,
really interesting.
yeah, it's like a YouTuber I watched that does voiceovers for Ask Baldy. His name is Vio Adam.
Hmm.
I'll look them up because I kind of need the Send me a link, actually.
I will after if I remember.
No worries, I'll hound you for it.
Trust me, people do that. I have short term memory loss. I don't mind. But for music, whenever I'm playing trombone by myself, I'll just do random notes and I'll create a song off of that. I'm like, huh, interesting. Do I go anywhere with it? Nope. But a few of my friends for a band, just trombone Christmas party, they have their own band and they do a lot of rock.
Oh.
I'm very much into music, but I definitely want art as my little career. And like what I know of music, because I read all of music theory, I want to like if the music helps with what I'm trying to do, I will try to create it. And if I can't make it by myself, I'm gonna ask like one or two people who have the skill in music more so than me to help me make it, so it could actually be a thing, and not just trapped inside my head like a lot of my ideas.
Okay.
Only look for
I
me
can
to
play
trombone.
these instruments, but I'm not like proficient in it. What are you asking me?
Only look for me for trombone. I'm proficient in it.
If I need a trombone to just do a nice little bowl drop where it's like, I'll come get you.
Oh.
I can make it sound like a race car.
For me, like, I don't know. I have like kind of like three different like random concepts for like a show or something like that. Like one is I don't know if you've seen there was like a YouTube video done by it's like from the same creator of like Hell of a Boss and Hazbin Hotel. Um there's like she did like a furry cartoon but it never like got.
My Little
I
Pony.
don't. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I had a concept. I had to have like a little concept of that, of like just like furries that I seen like on TikTok, or like even furries that like I know and everything like that, and just like all our OC characters like you know, but like a mockumentary, like we're just like at like all like the furries like in a workplace or something like that, and just like kind of like a mockumentary similar to like The Office or like Parks and Recreation.
Oh,
That's what like one of my that's like one of my show concepts I have as an idea. And then another one uh is with like me and like my D crew friends, but like it's like Digimon again, but like with our partners or like our Digimon characters that we have. And but like it's ours is like but like with like us and like our Digimon characters that I use for like our stream, we kind of like act similar to like I want to say like almost similar to I want to say almost similar to like Paw Patrol or like the I'm trying to think of like something else like almost like similar to Paw Patrol, but like more of like uh more like mature and like adult like kind of like rescuing in a way. I can't think of like a show that can like be similar to like that, but like something like that, but still with Digimon and everything.
Sounds like Transformers to me.
I want to say like
Specifically Armada.
maybe like Transformers, or maybe almost like similar to like Rescue Heroes. I want to say maybe.
Oh, wait, is it going to be something like Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go?
Okay, yeah. There we go. Like something similar to like that, but with Digimon, like with our Digimon partners. And we're not in the digital world. We're like in the real world. Like in Digimon Tamers. But yeah, like Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. Just like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What you saying? Basically, an OC show reminded me of one of my friends want to make a TV show, either reality, animated, movie, or just something.
Mm-hmm.
Of a thing that he created called Verse, which has so much that it would have movie. If it was a TV show, it would eventually have a lot, like one or two movies. I'm like, I want this to happen, and I know how to create it. It's just the ability to create it.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like trying to like, I don't know, like animation. Like I would like to do like animation if I had like that skill set to kind of like animate my characters, like move and like speak how I want to. But I would just think that like, I don't know. To me, that's like, it's amazing and it's like a cool profession to do. But like, I would feel like that would be like hard, in a way.
Yes, it would be. Let me tell you. It
Have
would
you
be.
have you tried doing something like that, Ken?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I have.
Ugh.
Pure hell.
Oh.
But if it's something that you really want to do, absolutely you should give it a try, no matter how hard it is.
Right,
What's
right,
hard
right.
for somebody might be just really soft for another person.
I've been trying to learn animation. Oh, you have been, Kumo? That would be so cool to do. I would like to see like whatever like animations you came up with, Kumo. I would love to see that. I feel like animation's like so, like the animation industry is like, it's not getting the much appreciation like as it usually is.
It's
Yeah.
more work than 3D art, but at the same time, like it's more expensive. It's more beautiful, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And even when like you're willing to go through both of those, the work is always so overwhelming for the animators and whatnot. Despite them loving doing it, they like I see so many stories about like overworking. It's not coming out in time. It's
Mm.
But you know, those people love what they're doing. It's just at the same time they just wish, like, I guess they wish for more time. I imagine.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Button the Fox is in the room audience.
We might have a snitch in chat as
Yep.
soon as
Snitch.
a little shapeshifter
Ooh.
named Isaac
Mm.
might be a snitch.
Oh.
Because as soon as I mentioned Verse, he immediately told Button, snitch.
I mean, because it's some.
When it comes to music, the only thing I'm really I play multiple instruments, but the number one thing that I'm really good at is like listening and playing back. Even when it comes to stuff like rap, like I have this one song that I can rap right now, but to show an example of what I mean, but like there's when it comes to like creating my own music and stuff like that, yeah, I got the fundamentals. It's just it doesn't sound like what research can do. Like good God.
Oh yeah, research can like. Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, traditional 2D is a torture in a way. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Kumo. I prefer 2D animation than like most like 3D or current like animation styles now, in a way.
Me too.
Same.
I don't know. Like, I feel like 2D is just like, it's so nostalgic.
There's a charm to it.
There's there's like a certain charm to it.
Like Lilo and Stitch was not supposed to be a Disney movie. It wasn't even supposed to be a movie. They made it in secret until they showed it to their director, and they were like, "Yeah, we can make this a movie. Like, we're gonna have to work on it. It's already done."
Yeah.
What?
Like, I like Disney. Like I like Disney movies in general, but like with like the 2D ones, like their last 2D one was the Winnie the Pooh movie. That was like their last one that they used like 2D animation, and then they can just continue with like the current animation that they use now. And like, don't get me wrong, like even like the movies now, they're still good, but I feel like they're missing like a certain charm to it.
Yeah, a great comparison is the Lion King movies.
Oh gosh.
No.
And like with the movie Wish, like I am gonna say my two piece on this, but like the movie Wish, I didn't mind it. It's not that good of a movie, but I didn't mind it. And since it came out for like Disney's like 100th like, celebration and everything. Originally, that movie was supposed to be 2D to have like, that charm to it. And they ditched that, and they just like scrapped it. Like, no, we're gonna make it 3D, and or like this like weird like well, not like weird, but like the kind of like almost like comic drawn and everything like that, kind of like similar to Into the Spider-Verse. They kind of wanted to like go off that, but yeah.
You know what you saying that reminded me of?
What?
Arcane. Arcane is 3D, but it looks like it's 2D. There's so much love put into every single like still shot of that TV series on Netflix. It looks like it's drawn sometimes.
Yeah.
The explosions do not, but still.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so Kuma, I don't know if it's like they didn't like the idea, because they originally were, because there was some things in that movie which that like they had to like, they just like didn't want to, they just like redid. So like originally they were gonna, since for like a Disney's 100th anniversary thing, they were supposed to make it 2D, kind of like almost similar to like with Snow White, like Lady and Tramp, like all like those types of movies. But they decided to like ditch that idea, or they just said like, no, we'll just do like 3D. And then originally the bad guy who was a king, the king who was also the bad guy, his wife was also supposed to be a bad guy too. It was gonna be like the very first like evil power couple villains, and that would have been so awesome if like both the king and the queen were, the villains. But no, they decided not to do that, which I think that would have made like the movie like really good if they did that. But no.
But Disney being Disney.
Yeah, Disney being Disney, of course. Unfortunately.
Too much Disney.
Too much Disney. Just too much.
Did anyone play that new Shadow game yet?
I have.
No.
It is so fucking good.
Ooh.
But I will admit, I've been playing Generations first, because I haven't fully played it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I almost spoiled everything for you.
Oh, I already know. I've watched YouTube videos.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Not Shadow, though. I'm spoiler free.
Okay, then I was about to spoil everything for you.
Oh, sheesh. Keep your mouth shut.
The Shadow version first, of course.
Oh, you guys have voted for like the intro for the next episode, right?
Nope, because I was at school.
Oh, okay.
Nope, because I was faithful of Axel.
Okay.
Oh.
Let me rephrase that. Of Axel.
Oh,
Wait. Of Axel.
Pardon?
PNG.
Okay, because I mean, I have like a bunch of intros, and I did the Netflix one for the first episode, so like I have like a not three, 6 more. I did a new one, or I bought a new one the other day, and I want to do the Star Wars like intro, kind of like how it says like episode 1, the blah blah blah, and with like the whole like story text and everything. But I want to save that for later.
Oh yeah.
So I want to save that because that one's gonna be a little bit cost affecting. But the other ones that I did were like less than $10, so like they were pretty cheap, and they did it pretty quickly. So yay. But yeah,
Yippee!
I wanted to know like which I wanted to like do like a voting. Like we'll still use like those same intros like all the time and everything like that. Like I'm not just gonna be like, oh, they're just like a one time thing, but like I want to like give each like intro like a turn.
I think the old school D one would be great.
The classic Disney intro.
Oh, I was trying not to say it out loud, but yes.
Oh, sorry. Dang it. I mean, there's 6, so like, and I know like there's like, there was like a couple, and I was just because earlier there was like only like 3 votes, and there was like one for like 3 of them. I was like, okay, great. I might have to make a second poll, be like, hey, out of these, which one are we gonna do?
Make up your stinking mind.
Because I was like, oh shoot, which I was like, great. It was like there's just one for like each one. I'm like, okay, out of these ones, which one? But
It looks like one is winning more than the others.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Don't say it out loud.
I'm not gonna say it, but I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it now. Okay.
I say nothing.
I'm seeing it now. Okay. Well, if that one wins, then that's probably the one I'm gonna start using. But I'm waiting till like all the other members have like at least voted. But who knows? They have like 20 hours left.
Y'all
Keeping
better
it-
vote.
Keeping
I
it
think
a
for this
secret.
episode in particular, it should open up like Ed, Ed and Eddie.
If there was an Ed and Eddie one, I would totally do that. But or there was like if like someone can do like a intro animation of like the N.O.T.A.Podcast for like in like Ed and Eddie style, I would totally pay someone to do that. But that would be cost effective and that would be time consuming, and I know I don't want to do that to anybody. Ken, are you thinking of doing it?
No.
I was
And
about to say like Ken, don't stress yourself doing that.
now we can only think of the Loud House.
Oh, I love the Loud House.
In the Loud House, in the Loud House.
I need someone to make a Loud House character version of me.
Crashing through the crowded halls.
You're scaring me with what you're wanting.
Well, I mean, Ken, I do have something for you that I want you to do, but for next.
Oh.
Don't worry. You'll have time for this. It's for next month.
Okay.
It's-
Maybe.
it's-
Next month.
It'll be simple.
Tell me as soon as you can so I can have a head start.
I'll tell you after the stream.
Okay.
It's Axel singing the Loud House theme song.
Because these ones this month, oh my god.
Hey, I can't wait to see the thumbnail for this month's. Like, I know you showed me like the rough draft, but like I'm super excited.
Did you want to see the progress so far, or do you want to just me to surprise you on the last day?
I kind of want to see the progress.
All right, I can send you a screenshot right now.
Cool.
Although there's still clothes that need to be made. I will warn you.
No, okay. Just giving ideas and then looking slowly over to Ken. Oh.
No.
But seriously, Ken, you should do like commissions for like playing versions of people. I think that'd be
I'm
like
scared of how much time that will take up for me.
Money.
That's why I'm scared of commission. Well, I don't need the money.
but that'd be like a I mean it's up to you if like you want to make that like a side hobby or something like that. Like taking commissions
Plus,
like every once in a while.
Plus, I would feel slightly bad about doing these commissions because I literally used the plank model from the newer Ed, Ed and Eddie series to make these. So I don't know how much like genuineness these are. I don't know how to explain it. I didn't make these 100%.
Well, that'd still be
You
cool to do.
I know what you're meaning for the money wise.
Mhm.
Since you didn't fully make it, you don't want to fully charge it.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, there's a new Ed and Eddie. Oh no, there's no new Ed and Eddie. It's just like Ed and like the design like from like season like 5 and 6.
From the newest seasons that they
Yeah.
had before it ended, where like the line art looks really good
Yeah.
instead of like jittery like it. Well, the first seasons had the jitteriness and like it looked active, which I liked.
Yeah,
But at the same time,
that's what
when
gave
they
it its
came out with
charm.
that new one where they were going to school and whatnot, I
Mhm.
loved the way those looked.
I don't know. I prefer like how like seasons like 1 through 3 and I think like 4 like before they started doing like the whole like going into school and everything.
I like them both. I love the show.
Oh yeah, I mean I love the show too. Like don't get me wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about drawing everybody in the picture I just sent you, but now that I realize that only 5 people showed up, this makes it a lot easier to what I could come up with next.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm gonna start doing with the titles. Is I'm gonna start making it to where it's actually the people that showed up. If all 8 people or 9 people, I don't know how many we have at this point, show up,
Like
I'm gonna lose my mind.
I think it's like 9.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ken.
I think he already has lost his mind.
On top of NNN, you know,
And Eddie, yeah.
the stinking triple N.
But I'm gonna make
I
this.
won't go into detail here.
I'm gonna definitely make this playing version of Crispy my profile. I love it.
Thank you.
Dang.
I love
I
it so
guess-
much. I'm just like.
For the 2 people that requested it to me, requested for one, I will do it for you guys, but I'm not gonna make this a habit. So you guys find my name in Discord and DM me Euro season. I'll work on it. It's gonna take some time. All right.
You're probably gonna have to ask like Beatty or talk to Beatty, like because I don't think she's here on the stream.
Well, they can watch the N.O.T.A.Podcast and they can hear this message and then come. And there you go. Hey.
There you go. There you go. And no need to. I mean, I will probably just pay for it.
Well, that's the thing about me. Like, you don't even have to pay for it because I don't need it.
Ken doesn't need the money, Kumo.
How about this? If you're willing to pay it, give it to Chris.
Oh my god! if you're willing to pay for it, send the money to Crispy, not Ken. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not the one that's doing the model. Pay Crispy, not Ken. That'd be sad. Don't want to make you do it for free. And wait, really? No, Kumo, yeah, Kumo, don't pay me for Ken's work. Don't pay me for Ken's work. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Chaos.
If Ken's doing the work, Ken has to get paid for it, not me. I'm just here.
Just pay him in cookies, he'll be fine.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna raw tag one of you in, and I'm not gonna say who, but Doctor.
But Doctor.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. That'd be crazy if like someone be like, oh yeah, if someone's doing the work for it, I'll just pay this person. Like, no, please.
Ooh. Lightning.
Oh, there's lightning?
We've finally been getting rain. So happy.
Oh, that's good.
One's giving the ideas and one's helping.
One's giving ideas
Helping
and
a
one's
little too
helping.
much.
It's just like the angel and the devil, and then you have
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Wait.
Uh, if I can do art commissions, I would, but like, I'm still practicing like drawing and everything like that. But like, I want to do like get like I don't know, because I like the styles of like how Animaniacs was and everything like that, like that 2D animation, like 2D animation. If I
I
can draw
love
like
it.
characters, if I can draw characters like that, I would totally do that. But
Oh god, I just realized I still have the sock puppets.
Ah,
oh, that's right, you still need the sock puppets.
That's most likely coming in December, because, that would be a perfect time to have little sock puppets. Like, this is a Christmas story. Ah.
Cool, make that my birthday gift.
I don't know if I'll
birthday?
be in the December one.
Or are you gonna be out of town?
I'll be with my grandparents because they come up and we go to a cabin each year.
Oh, for the whole month, or like?
For probably the part I'm gonna be able to is when they're gonna come up, and they usually stay for about a week and a half.
Oh, okay.
I'll be sure to watch the VOD as best as I can.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when I'm gonna do that. The next podcast episode. I'm still need to figure out what like time in December.
Last September, in the rain.
In the rain.
Do you remember the 21st night of September?
Yeah, I think for like the December one, they still need like more like requests. They can probably get through.
Well, and I know you can hear me. You can make a request for that.
So,
Oh.
YouTube and Twitch, if you guys have any burning questions, be sure to join Crispy's Discord and ask them in the request section for Not a Podcast so we can answer your burning questions.
Will it be after December 25th? That I don't know, Kumo. Um, I will probably have to figure that out when I'll probably do that. But it'll be posted in the announcements for like for the December podcast episode. Won't know for sure.
And I'll let you know if I'm able to.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. We hit the 3 hour mark.
We started with 4, we had 5, and then we have 4, and now we have 3.
Yeah, 3. All right. Well, like I mentioned earlier, tomorrow I'm gonna do that. The giveaway is gonna be a giveaway stream, so I'm gonna be giving away a pair phone because the order came in today. Thank God. So we're gonna do the stream tomorrow because I'm not gonna stream on Friday because I'm gonna try to like do as much work as I can Friday. But yeah. And I posted the how I was gonna work in the announcements on Discord, so go ahead and check that out. And if you're there, hopefully everybody will be there. We're gonna be playing. It looks adorably small. It fits the hand perfectly well, kind of like how they use how they were like in Victorious and iCarly. So they're about like roughly like the size like that. And I'm hoping like the store will like do more colors because right now they just have like the current like sky blue color as of right now. I'm waiting for them to like make like a dark blue, or pink, or like
A
eccentric.
purple.
Yeah, eccentric more colors because they do it like every once in a while. So, I'm waiting for that, and then probably like once a month or like whenever like I have like the money to like get like more of those, I'll do special giveaways for I'll do like giveaways for everybody. I would really love a pink someday. Well, hopefully if they release a pink one, I will definitely do. I'll do that. But yeah, like I mentioned in the announcements for like we'll be playing Jackbox games. Or it's still gonna be winner's choice, and whoever wins each round, they'll pick the next game, and they'll get their name put on the wheel, and then at the end of the stream, we will we'll spin the wheel and find out who the winner is. I did make a list of like what Jackbox games we can't do for the giveaway because some of the games take too long, or some of the games are like there's certain like things like for those games that like either like are you at the team base or required to be everyone to be like in VC or whatever like that, or take too long. So I need to make like a command for all that tomorrow. But yeah, it'll be fun. I'm super excited. Also, I mentioned like for those who are playing, those winners can get their names in the wheel at least twice, and everything. And if you want to, and if you feel like you're not gonna be able to get your name in the wheel, you're also welcome to like tip me in Ko-fi or pay or with PayPal donations if you want to like get your name in there. You only have to do that once though. To get your name in. But yeah, I'll go over more of that on tomorrow's stream too. I hope OBS will be friendly. Oh yeah, OBS should be okay with that. I have like the wheel already made, and I have like just different. I have like most of my friends' names on there until like we get started. Until we get started for tomorrow, and then I'll switch the name out. Switch the name out for like each users, and then whoever the winner is gonna be, they have to like message me either. I would say have to message me like in Discord, so that way like if they want to like send their information, that way I can like we can like work it out, and then we can just like delete the conversation afterwards. So, but yeah, I've seen so many people lately had issues with Discord and OBS lately. I haven't had any issues with Discord lately.
Dang it, Ember.
Oh. And yeah, I haven't had any issues with OBS either, like, surprisingly. I know a few have. I haven't. Maybe it's just me.
Maybe you're the lucky one after Disney.
Maybe I'm the lucky one after Disney. I don't know. Maybe. That would be amazing, though. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. I will see you guys in the next... I will see you guys tomorrow as well. This was Not a Podcast episode 2, and this was the crew. You guys have anything to say?
If you're ever in a podcast, always bring water with you. My throat is burning right now.
Dude, you haven't had anything to drink?
I have nothing to drink this whole time.
Oh my gosh, Ken.
I can go. I guess I'm built different because I'm in marching band still. I usually don't drink water for a long period of time. Like, oh well. But it does help.
Yeah.
Trust me, if you're going to talk for a long time, like stream, that's why people normally have hydrate.
Yeah.
Even if people don't redeem it, do it on your own.
Exactly.
There should be a redeem for Hydrate Ken.
Hydrate Ken!
It's just like a plant. You pour water on Ken.
Oh, there we go. Kumo just did hydrate. There we go. I have a Gatorade next to me.
Lucky.
Yeah.
I still got you with the green apple Gatorade.
The green apple Gatorade.
I don't know why, but my body just shivered at the thought of drinking the green apple version.
I either drink like the blue cherry flavor or Arctic Blitz. Those are like my two favorites.
I love Arctic fucking Blitz.
It's so good.
Everyone's telling me to hydrate. I don't have any to hydrate.
Wait, green apple
and I'm
Gatorade
about to
exists? Yeah, green apple Gatorade
it's a
Kumo.
strong apple taste.
Yeah, it exists.
And for me, like that one time I have food poisoning,
Uh-oh.
one of the things is I can't eat anything that's an apple anymore. Unfortunately.
Oh no!
And
Oh.
My body remembers that feeling of eating an apple.
Oh.
Or not eating an apple, the taste of apple
Mm-hmm.
causing me to just like,
Bad.
Oh.
Bad.
Bad apple.
Mayday.
Bad apple.
Bad apple. But
Bad apple.
one thing I
Because
want to
they had this like fall drink, that was like apple cinnamon something for the fall season. I don't even remember what it was, but it screwed me over for a few days.
Oh no.
And it was fun to be screwed over for a few days because, like, literally the next day after I got the food poisoning, I got fired, or not fired, technically fired from my temp agency job.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about earlier.
Bad apple.
Mm.
So, yeah, apples. Oh.
Apples.
Like, I still would try. Like, if there's, like, nice hot apple cider, I would love to try it again, but I probably wouldn't get like a large cup like I used to when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of that apple phenomena.
Yeah.
Phenomena.
Phenomena.
One thing I would like to say is I may or may not be there next podcast.
Okay.
December is usually a busy month.
Mm.
For me, it's always around September. Wake me up when September ends.
I mean, for me, I don't know how December is gonna be for me because usually I would be working at Disney in December, and that's like my busy schedule. But
I got ideas if we are to do a N.O.T.A. December.
Not a December.
a N.O.T.A. December. A N.O.T.A. December.
I'm not gonna say them out loud because like everyone sort of expected the planks this episode.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because we revealed it episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are just gonna have to wait and see if we're doing December.
Now I want pumpkin cider or apple cider.
I hate the vinegar, like the apple vinegar, whatever.
Apple vinegar
my
stuff.
mom at one point had it, and I thought it was apple cider, and I poured it in a cup, and
Oh,
I
no.
drank it, and I was like,
Oh no. We need to end it. We're going on another rant.
Oh, I know. We don't have time for any more rants.
And what's the deal with apple vinegar? I just don't get it.
What's the
Inside
deal
of-
with airline food?
Instead of duct tape for Ken, it's the nails with Ken.
It's the nails. Okay, well, it's time to end this. I am Crispy.
All good, Kumo. I am Axel.
And I'm Kenbristolmedia.
And this has been episode 2 of N.O.T.A.Podcast. We will see you in the next episode, but I will also see you guys in the next stream.
What will happen on the next episode of N.O.T.A.Podcast?
You finally got it right this time, Ken. You finally got it right.
Yeah, yep. This is not gonna be an every stream thing.
he finally got the name right. Finally got the name right. Oh, Blue Dog!
Blue Dog!
He just made a little appearance. Oh, you must have been lurking. Hey. I haven't heard the whole time. Oh, he was lurking.
Oh, thank goodness.
He's been here the whole time.
That's who was watching me.
That's who's watching
I
me.
always feel like somebody's
Somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy.
I heard my name a couple times, but I let it slide. Oh.
What? No.
No.
Never.
Us? Us?
I would
Oh.
never.
You've been here the whole time. Blue Dog, we need to see your plank version of you. I want to see a picture of it.
Oh yeah, that's true. At least come in here and show off your plank. I want to see. Oh wait, I can't.
Sheesh.
You knew what I was going for.
I knew what you were trying to say. We all knew what you were trying to say.
Blue Dog was the trap card.
The trap card.
Look, I'm very proud of it. I wanted to say it,
Oh,
but I can't.
He'll send me a picture. He'll send me a picture. Okay, no problem, Blue Dog. But we do gotta end the stream.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, guys, I will see you all in the next podcast episode, but I will also see you guys in the giveaway stream tomorrow.
Bye.
Goodbye.